January 20, 2025. Time just about gone 23 minutes past 1. And then juada na open bosom ne wumi ne da etoso aduonu afi empinu aduonu enum emam se abodonko apa homiti aduonu emiensa eko aduonu enan na nsem na chiri ni nyina ko wie se enadwe me man ti dwumade ne de bremo na me man ti dwumade de bremo me amedi ho chia me from ADAKABRI modu osuoma na akwakoye se chese se wani age so wani nyeye emu nsem se daja dwumade mi na medi ho chia me na eye mpanimfu a ahyehye dwumade di ama me no eye panyini kwadwo dame ado na production sini naso na Magjerry osai adman eboni chidom na nana kwefriye na service eye mrante kwa no mienu na eye ayima kwefriye chire no soso no na aye technical production no abna frema abankro na one hwane bema fefe me bana na yaw ya safo peskuba akwada isisi ya 37 oda nti motorcyclist bi edimewu bubu akwala ne nem ma me mudu ni nyina ye den asesa nti nana yaw anko no ne behwe ama ya interact all social media handles and say ye nana motorcyclist or no watcham red light na ode akwakobo mebei na osi itime hwe na yitime eka ho asem enti Abra Frima ewa ha na engineering team no nso so no achu agbo na worker kwatia kwa na jare na abuaje adasankroma dodo no asanmra ne se simpro na fe facilities group no eno so big solo na dada na ubrana na chire no so no mapuna na yaw na sami na DJ Bosco ansa ene de kwa akoma mills ni asanmra ne se tetai na yede ahwe de bekwa akobobo de ne de ya na se de mekoso no maba forma na de acheme na yenhwe na yenye de sese ye de be nsem na daba maso nsem adaba maso a ne koko wie se no ma mienu na so chicha kakra so ebebem na ose President Mahama acknowledges and pledge Obekase Kumasi and the second most populous town and a city Ghana after Accra and the second city so after Accra into both population and in terms of administrative there's a Kumasi and the Tosumino all behind Accra Nankempose or how be kuraba nipa bi abeto ahye Ghana so na Accra aban ne trankran ebu man ne nye ya wo se yetimi wo setup e wo second city no se aban betimi atu akotena second city no na wo bu man no abra yesi ebia bone na no intino ehia ma se bibia ye betoto amakuma so no wanya ne chefa senkran no a wo se yetimi toto ti se President can say ya and yebusa say Abama Kumasi overall Asante a year Obakan say Obi World Bank no ebetimi adilute to sa World Bank status no for the MPP ana eno and yabedwendwene or sit disturbances in Obuasi over breaches of AGA concessions, protecting lives and properties. Are we safe? se mpenchen akoso ewo adanseman mu ye Obuasi abre nipa bi tigun mu se Ashanti Gold wane nsase bi a yetusu sika akọ no yesu yakọ akọpẹ bi abedi na se yebo oman ma ho ban na yabo ajapade ho ban ani se nipa na atore yin yebusa se emu da ho fan se ye ho be hare yen ana se die ne yesua de afiri mu ye nyina ye betena se na yadwendwene sanseme ho nti ene empanimfu a ebeba ha se no akwaye empanimfu a omo ade yenim de ebeba beta akire nti yenhwe na Owura Joshua Sikanati of the National Democratic Congress obeba ha and Owura Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party also obeba ha say na yetime adwendwene ho a couple of interviews and sana way etime abem yenhwe Democrat and semuni bia apuemu na Daily Post enedi kan and was say President Mahama pledges to enhance infrastructure development in Asante. Osigana Mampanyini, John Dramani Mahama, and Watutu Nagbada 3-piece suit. Na wabunu muasiye. Edinensa ato aye kotoko hininsem. Wanyini kesiye wonkwaso. Na ase itu nyame kesiye wonkwaso. Na omanwimi kakra. Na aye said the paper ne kanono. Warm handshake. Nano ena NCT biochemical debunks claims by Achiamehine and apologizes to Okwaumanhine Dasebre Equiamoa a Japan Tosumienu. Say Jumakuo Bia Yepro Womo NCT biochemical. Almost in Sembia Achiamehine Eka. Enya asemwa etenesa na no mu di enyina so ade dwato akese ne chopa ade ma wahene kese etena bretuo akwama hene daase brekua mo Japan toso mienu na fei the custodian say I came and left office in peace. Akufu Addo thanks God. Osi Nana Adodankwa Akufu Addo. Ana oso wono de oba na sumdwem ana wakọ na sumdwem. Eho aseda ene odema otwire di ampon. Saa so ana the publisher the Democrat using the same photograph. And also Akufu Addo gives thanks to God. I did my best for Ghana. Nana Adodankwa Akufu Addo, immediate past president of the Republic of Ghana. And I was say what the Asedama Onyankro Poetry Diampon. Ono de bema betimia ye bia na ono de obeye ye. Na Ghanaian Times, Ghana's most authoritative news paper. Osi bloody. One word catchy headline. Osi bloody. 15 people dead. Houses touched in Obuasi in Kwanta clashes. Say mojasam nipa edu enum ena atoriye. Abra adan yedi eja akotutumu ewo eye Obuasi ene enkwanta Obuasi wa Asante ene enkwanta ewo fra neja anaso oti nti eno no se eye mojasam. The Inquisitor and say ugly happenings, roguery in NPP as Achim Mafia, Bill Gates seek to control party. Hey, Pablo. And Godfred, as I'm with you, wasi just say ayese sini bi no na nipa bi di mensem abra eku a yato ondin achim mafia ana omuni Call Bill Gates epese MPP amanyokuo no yedi sie na so. President Mahama is using Jata jet for free. Ghana mampanyini ana ose aye plane edini ko Senegal ani Gambia ose aye Jata for plane aye baba aye Ibrahim Mahama aye ni plane na ninu panyini Ghana mampanyini no edi ko ya wentu ya kafr amfa ma o my Ghana ana o my Ghana entu ya kafr amfa ama aye Ibrahim Mahama. Nadu Mills visits JM. Omampanyina wanya ne baby kura no nyankropon de nato aye ne kukumu aye John Evans Atamils prof ne yiri Nadu ana wakwa akosra aye John Dramani Mahama wone ne yiri akosua Lodina na omunyina yanwinwi ose fire officers are not insured. Ghana National Fire Service and I can say fire officers are yeko janim no aye life insurance kura na yenye bi mfa ma wo mo na aye post traumatic aye one disorder omo da seso da ye bone abra yakọ janim kura no ye hwe ensia no mfa ma wo mo nti fire for no asema da honie ya na o kan no ahunu ne ka. Daily Dispatch and was Mahama to submit final batch of ministers to parliament today. Or say aye Ghana mampanyini and say okaso be ya swafo aduosia wayibi na kabi or say wo ma twato no wo hwe say wo mo be de benia wo mo ebehwe na o matimidi edin no de aka no e de akọ aye manhwe bedwam. The new crusading guide ana ode baaye osi Krabwa Kota chief stood over 2 deaths. Osi wahene a owo Krabwa Kota ebe suhum na eho ana ochehene ase dable ya kwaye demonstration bi banipa mienu mpo afrimu nti wahene a owo Krabwa Kota no ye twadwan se yetu no. Na eye Chamber of Bullion Traders congratulate Sami Jamfi Esquire na kwada ketwa eso won konko hwe gold so sika akọ na no na adwuma ade ama no PMMC na onhwe na se de yesi aye koko na ewo koko marketing board no saa so na gold nso no ye ba benya koko gold board. The gold board no na Sami Jamfi na ekwa akote enti na we ma wo mo edi gold yi edi ekwa ye de ben omo so mu se twe ama anigye mu ena omo de ma Sami Jamfi eye akwaba bebo na tenase. The Insight the Democrat Dragusutie Neat 100.9 FM was Ghana's elections a deadly game of Russian roulette, as in EC's neglect of accountability and responsibility for state security. Sabatuo mu. And it said, the Russia for Wasabi. Yako ni fani ababunkum. Yako ni moni abechiri. Na no eno say, EC for wunhunu si yejina faakon. Na aye nkuntabuo and say bitimi ahwe se bibia soko yi no. Omo ahwe ama oman no aye ho bambo. Etimi ako. Daily Analyst Anna Ose Mahama orders probe into deadly Obuasi clash. The President of the Republic John Dramani Mahama Anna Ose dia koso ama afojafo atutuo amanaka eye nipa bia ye yesa yeko AGA akwa kopedi ebedi esi ekwa kotu amana ne mu no Ghana mampanyini se asem ne yehwehwem na de mfumsuo bia wana fa no Ghana mlane ne Obuasi deadly clash illegal miners open fire on our men first. Ghana Armed Forces and almost the Krataba say about say afoja for any a year 1 year go to from a good year be ede abo eni no de akɔwie mu an say asoja for the Krataba say 1 year per say ye breachie say ye kwakotu from a good year e won sase a ye ni tumi wo so no woni ne di kan ebie asane tuo ede gu asoja for no so ene say asoja for no sense say clear, present, and imminent danger to all life so no almost so a sunny tuno edigu ni panosua any pair wing. Ghana Medical Association welcomes AI integration into healthcare, but bemoans expensive infrastructure and the artificial intelligence and kwadanke tinketi kutafona omubusa questions a open in kra wo ma wadwum so bebusa and artificial intelligence ena ukọ yaya sabia kra na omudi bia wuram the doctor ni ne ba na bibi ena kire na adwene kra so a otimi kobusa AI the AI nipa sumasi aba na eye ne minim ena atitie ama eye redie no aye den awaye nti AI yanya ne senie na AI timi a chense de nsei pepa animu ba bia se hono mapumpunu kakra no wa wayanimu ebe ni pakro yakra kakra de na anesthesis kakra na je se on pain no na fa we twiso na se be ne se scar no be ba ubetimi aye regenerative event saying ahihye nanim asan e de amano na no na Dr. Frank Sribo, president of the Ghana Medical Association, osi ade papa nanso de betimi de aye no ase bo no ne kɔ nanim kakra. Daily guide akwankyerefo no a daily guide enadwo daily guide eso aye daily graphic rather na me pesa meka a daily graphic no na osi constitution review committee formed osi experts to present recommendations in 5 months. The Ghana Mampanyini and Wapa Ukuobi, Professor Kwesi Prempe, and now what in the Triano, or this of our dinner, and the woman Kahun. So, one moment metinasi. Now, Omunya diabenia, a year a mamrana a day, Jumano. And Finchia a duasa, me and Sunny Uramwing. Ghana Mamrano. Baby, here must see a such a mono. Wamo ehwe emwa na yenhunu omomu ebusuminum so mo fa enisa adwuma no na nsachira ye bi beba mu a yenhunu nsachira ne de beye as declare access before taking office. Shraj charges public officers in new government. Shraj ena eka ache wani ya pare wo mu a ene ye gusuo Kwame Agoja ejoso Kwame Agoja wo ba be Rose Minister na ansa ena obehye wadwuma ase no ejapade Kwame Agoja owa no dwoso no me ehunu ejapade a owa no adaklo no me ehunu ansa na waba betena so na wunya sikapuduo bia no a yehunu so obedi aban so no ena wanya seska no was the President Mahama asked Asantehene to help address economic woes. Ghana Mampanyini John Dramani Mahama ena aye otumfo se to abebio Santehene na wanna kwa kasum sembi asusuo se how bia beba Ghana so pay sika 7 ne ntoto aso no nimdie bia na kotokwa hene ewo so de bua wo man Ghana mo ma ne nso Asante so pe na o ma ne nso eye Ghana nyina so no mfa moa na Ghana di yi a kotokwa hene so ene na de hye ene eye ne manma o mo so bedi yi. The Chronicle was the soldiers pump bullets into 7 miners. Commander-in-chief orders probe into the killings. Was a soldier for na sani atuo edi egu enipa ensonso na Ghana Mampanyini a waye srafo nyina panyini Ghana ha. Was here hwehwe sa asem we say mu. Esa so an Ashanti region will get its fair share of development. Mahama Ghana mampanyini ɔse asante wano soso ne chepe wɔ mu osi edi mpuntu oba Ghana no ɔno soso ne nsa ebeka yei da bokrata ansɛm a awiei ɛpue mu ni afei interview so no soso ɛden ɛbɛtoa so ne yɛtwe ho sesei
list ni nie enyo ma beto to dia me baba no ho ade no hwem so betumi a asew na obeka ya jontuma miensa duku portmanteau this way chocolate drink na kan wo hwe afibia nso beri ni waware ne a this way chocolate drink na kan sia asew udan kan no ntum ho me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho wo hade a wapi ho o ka sa batete eda fom ho
this way chocolate drink
kra cha be pe baba ware yi
asew
ye fi ase this way chocolate drink ya sori anopa no ne yenom ye be chef fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom koko wom milk wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so se
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkrato mu agye atum se eye
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
NIT 100.9 FM so any na ene edwo opepon bo so me ne de to so eye aduonu afi MP no aduonu enum na no ye bor mamane se eye Ashanti Gold AGA na enipa bi ekọ woni nsase bi so ama woni asojafo enhyiamudie no enipa se enso wotwe enkono se du na atoreye mayanko ne Dr. Adam Bona enkonkodi nkomo ekakra Dr. Adam Bona yamawa ha edoba ni TFM so
Ofa me Joseph mechia etiefo nyina
Doc na ho tese wie
Erade adom ofa me hoye Erade adom me hoye
na clashes of the Ghana Armed Forces on a private company say enipa bi up to be 60 breachy concession lines eko bia bi a woni se ameyenko resultant clashes ena enipa between 7 and 8 9 10 ye keka atoriye sai ena saasemi wo se te no na nsusu edie bi mpo ewo ho
Ofa ye meka ne se mema ebusuafo ni nyina ya akọ mema mu nyina ya akọ because sabi ye nyina ye Ghana fo omu nye Ghana fo mpo ye nyina ye nipa and so say ye nyina ye nim ye ti a mebuno no ekopie wa de esi nye nti omu kopie concession no so no se omu eye illegal miners omu sabi omu kwa akoye omu ko AGA for concession so every say disused mine or say then and omu ko ho akọ bibi kakra edi and me say dey maintain me ho ase e ba ya yante the papa bia say be 9 of them the minimum actually omu nkwa and in this gory manner. And so offer for me a idea and can you say easy, but unfortunately I see and say an pay me can on other networks so no new money be and share that and classroom who share the Ghana Armed Forces and Kasa Yasraf no omo press release or de buy and share that end pass room. The entire end pass room, Usha, baby, no, so mukuta, cutters, ekuta, cylinders, any chisels, not the idea. Seeing I him say, yeah, mebuni, binum kutetu, any the kikan, you say a mebuni, omuye, galamsey, and some of the things, apart from it, no mukan, But even that, in Puyanim say, galamsey is maybe illegally, sometimes some of them, they could take two or more try some the bomb. But according to Soldier for no release, a man be at two and no more a returning fire. But Obia, I have studied ballistics. I've done, practically and theoretically. Obia or take ballistics as it will be the impact of you can say a bullet. Depending on how close you are to an object, depending on how far away you are close to an object, and you can say the bullet itself and the angle you are discharging it from, and the impact, scientifically, how close you are, a lot of factors. Impact, I don't have to be there, but the impact, I should be able to examine objects now to boy, to be able to tell, say, we are close and now you're far away. But from examination, I'm not there, but my videos, any, you can say the videos, any photos of Sebi, and what I can say is that it looks more like, very likely, I mean, I sure say, the coroner's report, and the Kikahono, police for or more ballistics units, or more aspects, CBR, or munim, they know how these things work. On their investigations, not saying what exactly happened. Because one, the question I have asked, what was the distance between Omo Asraf any demonstrators, because to say someone attacked you with a weapon, the point of impact, some of them have had maybe I know, but I have to say it, the head, the head has almost like exploded. I saw the brofre ashifom, and now would they, what would it be very closely. And so, but if from a distance, let's say even 50 meters, if you fire an AK-47.
In fact, Doc, minchwa footage beer, me shenwa hase, you see soldiers, their back facing the camera, and then you see a minus, so a illegal, so one would have thought, say, yen describing as a minor. Dan say yasha see no skill no illegal miners. Unu nipa bi ejina ho abetimi a describe om so mo miners. And na unu soldier for no omo Toyota light truck na nim na face nipa na ejina ho no totu yensa no. And then unu se soldier for no dodo no ejina light truck na chi na baako akọ forward into miners no. Unu say woman atochi the bonnet of the light truck and soja ni baako wako as far as say omanim agent light truck no so anim and others agent light truck na chi. It is a all measure distance. That single soldier no or you less than 5 meters away from enipa na agina ho no omo yele and na one more kan no so agent light truck na chi no are not more than 15-20 meters away from if I'm to send you the footage to have a look at them.
Okay, yes, exactly. So I haven't seen this, but I've seen bodies, but I haven't seen maybe an image here. So it goes to confirm what I'm saying, that the point of impact near very close, almost extrajudicial killing, because then if you fire an AK-47 or any assault rifle from a distance, the point of impact is from 50 meters away. at someone, a bit to me a kunipano, but the point of impact, entity nipano. Than so I fire no, anything around 20 meters, they kick out. That is the resultant kind of effect of very close, proximity firing, almost like a Mabel, and then point blank range in, point blank. I don't know when you also be Amy. Point blank says that you are so close to the object. Could be a human being. Point blank, and when you also be Amy. Or the Hianis of to a body nipan 9 pa. It is likely to say but 10 and 9 because it's so close. I want to miss it. That is what I have seen. The bodies, in different fragmented ways. I mean, and my question is that if they were armed, and apart from that, if you know how
quite unfortunate. Dr. Adam Bona, a security expert. Na normal be a course on Obuasi. Na no, and yenini edi hon komo na footage minim se bi abema brand frema de atosua. Na won say soldier for no almost light truck no ejina honom na ese nipa no abegina ho na anadwo to say spotlight and a da wo so the spotlight ne da wo so na hu so ma begina light truck na anim honom to the bonnet and na so ye ne ba ko ese or directly face to face also gina light truck no anim na omo aka ne light truck na chi 15 to 20 meters away ha Dr. Nambona na busu echiremu echire yen assessing the distance between the offensive weapon no, at the point of discharge any the discharge gun so no baby onu so gina na no betimi am ye hunu distance between the offensive weapon and baby and any panegina dimi entie we
and to bodies now obia ote when you have studied this you know this theoretically and practically the point of impact another point of discharge and impact are very close. And now we say some of them the sabi I say watermelon ujina esro awejai mu ahweho. You can test it. You can
as a apacha.
Yes. Obetumi akwa akujina abansoro etwaso be 4. Now we ja watermelon as a popo ababehweho. Then you can also stand on a single story building with ja watermelon. The point of impact, them course running you can say the impact when it is dropping is much more than say you were closer. But when it comes to bullets and firearms, the point of impact, how close you are, would usually give a certain impact, and that is how they are designed. Secondly, also you can say almost say a mebno na omu kutetu and omu totobomo. You see, in the question I've asked, which I believe the forensic aspect in the police and the rest would investigate this. So those who are firing, sabi no mujina nim, and I know mujina omwa etwe ika omu no mujina omachi because of us. So when a sin like that is ongoing. Usually, those who will take the bullet will be those in front. Ushap Asraf one and soldier phone release now. Almost recover 6. They can say BB cartridges. 6 BB cartridges, pump action. You can say double barrel. Need cartridges here a use will be. And you can say so. I believe it's a live cartridge. So, but they didn't tell us that Omar recover any pump action or you can say single barrel, double barrel, or sidearm. Omar recovered. That is one thing I didn't see in their thing. Secondly, once this happened, so therefore no sabi say omo afa entity pemwa. They should have known straight away say. Apart from Omwa, Sebi, Omunyen Wuyano, they would cordon off the place and wait for the police to arrive and do a second cordon to be able to forensically pick these people up and preserve the body. When you see Obia Sebi, washing in unnatural way, there are 1 million clues that would help you to piece together near CNT Nipano Sebi or Shrenem Kwansempo Bibi no Moya. Once the body is preserved, any homicide investigator would be able to trace back and know baby and the fear, baby and all this is. But you see, they started bundling them. In effect, tampering with evidence, picking the bodies and putting them in a pickup, tampering with evidence. Secondly, when a firearm will be ballistics, when a firearm is discharged, your friend be gunpowder and a residue. It will say either AK-47, sidearm, any of this rifle CB, and I even Atia Brofre, any the Kekahu. Otia powder be any discharge Abubanankasa. And now a kuta a shell, the more bed discharge Abubana, and share bit me prow and a bit mono. A discharge is Wunipana Utu Tuono. They should be able to duster you and, pick up residue, the tuona residue, and the amount of residue on you when they are testing they will be able to determine, say, one. I say, so now 2 tuona, or think now the 2 tuona, any and son out the 2 tuono would usually have a lot more residue in the account. So, the any panel 2 tuono, they would find residue on you where any the they will find it on you. But unfortunately, as long as one not tempered with all of this, I believe, say, even with that, there are still clues that you can say a police or forensic expert who I know are well trained would be able to pick up clues. What happened? Whether these people had firearm and a firearm amongst them was discharged. Thirdly, because they are about 9, but I'm told the number is more. But as of last night, my credible police sources informed me the number near 9. But they tell me say, in this gory manner, no mujina anyone and omo mutu no actually. Omo mutu no de etu anka bia etu no amoto ya no omo mutu at the military officers omo de etu no bi anka bia ana.
Ti doc ma yen show we interrogate military statement na ba out now. In the second paragraph, second line, or say the illegal miners were wielding locally manufactured rifles, pump action guns, gas cylinders, knives, heavy duty industrial bolt cutters, axes, and machetes. After the clash shootout, as they put it. Dear woman to me recover, bra, yakumbiere be a granny. 6 pump action BB cartridges. And yet me recover. What do you make of? And nipa do ekuta locally manufactured rifles, pump action guns, gas cylinders, knives, heavy duty industrial bolts, bolt cutters, any axe, a kuma axe, and a machete. After the other year to ye tuomu, etuto ye huo tuama, omodi tito, omodwane ama, enipa bi ewu. And so the etimi enyano asase no so ano. Sir. BB cartridges, Marco, Insian. What do you make of it?
So, I may also be kind initially say, almost statements, and pass through a hollow and a sign very empty. A hollow and a sign very empty. I mean, sir, my name say Brigadier General Agriculture on one extra statement, and as an inquiry about I'm said the 4th paragraph. I say preserve life if necessary. And maybe any say. they are supposed to preserve lives at every given opportunity, even though self-preservation is important. You preserve yourself before others. But to say to preserve life, if necessary, means that they were just there to kill people. Once you say to preserve life, if necessary, to preserve life, at the tail end of the fourth paragraph, they've indicated, and if necessary, preserve life. I'm quoting them. If necessary, preserve
I see,
life.
as I can fourth paragraph, and I'll say, the Ghana Armed Forces wishes to reiterate its caution to all and sundry that military personnel on authorized duty have the right to defend themselves, innocent civilians, and property, including the use of lethal force, if necessary, to preserve life.
Thank you. So once you put in this, it means that you are just there to kill people. Because if necessary, your first instinct would be to preserve lives. The first thing, the cardinal rule, preserve yourself and preserve other lives. It's not just your life. If they are well trained, it's not just who won't come. Preserve who won't come, you are preserving other lives. But is that the case? No. And so I just think that what kind of statement now? Obia Sebi or Sanoma Rebecca say, you see, they were just there to kill, and they are there to kill. And it's unfortunate because, like I was, giving you a chronology of things. I mean, as I sat down trying to piece things together, even though I haven't been to the scene, you look at it and you say there are so many gaps, so many gaps. And now, Omwa indicated that there are about 60 people. 60 people. They can't find offer. 10 of them were wielding pump actions. You can say other locally manufactured weapons. 10 of them. And out of the you can say the 60 Mukum 9. So are you telling me, sir, you were able to see those holding the weapon, but mu try say mu beku omo no enku obi anu okuta weapon? I mean, this is not 500 people.
And I just say, Bibia Obia no kuta to obi na tuwa kana na wajani to na to. Near recover.
Mufa etuo no any aboba ni nyina kan. So when you look at it scientifically, it doesn't just make sense. Unfortunately, it doesn't make sense, to the extent that you have, and the average would have been higher, because then I was expecting that if you are a military officer, not say, and a police officer, not say you will have people who are breaching a certain cordon. Who are you going to target? You are going to target the one who is likely to cause harm to you and other properties and other lives. So you will be aiming, first of all, your first aim is going to be to immobilize Nipana Okuta Tuono. So let's say 10 of them were holding weapons. Omukuta other Atia Brofeni de Kika. Obia wa Otebam Boasebe Katra was the wafa. Obe aiming at Nipana. You aim at your aim is going to be at those holding the weapons. When in doing that, you are going to shoot at probably they are 10 and you should be able to, because you are trained, shoot and immobilize at least 50% of those people if you are well trained. 50%, you don't have to be a sniper.
But in this instance, immobilize. In this instance, immobilize liquidate
liquidate. So because you can't say immobilize them. It means you are bringing them down to be able to make sure that they cannot cause harm to you and other lives and maybe even themselves. Then you pick the weapons and recover them. But this, what they did was to, just like you borrow your word, liquidate, just kill them. And they killed 9 people out of 60. And the 9 people they killed, they did not recover any weapon. So, I may be so. And to a no mutu a two now, almost stress or mutu to any be a bebo. Munina, a trana, a question I've been asking. So this is a question that probably the investigators would have to answer and the gods to answer. Because you say there are not 500 people who were demonstrating. Then you answer him say, Galamsey, you won't have the whole of Obuasi town or Moya Galamsey. You would have some of them who do the Galamsey.
And now one more say a soldier was hit by pellets from a pump action gun. Now pump action also no. So we jam boom. A petit sana yan kitten ukra no kra kan we be wura honam no mu edizo obi to kwaso na frisoro ba a good chance so a ese de suko chia good chance so na eguso sa.
It hasn't add up again. The reason why the BB cartridge is used is because a no cry to make cause more harm. A chain, young bullet here, one, you can say, at a time, I bet to me about one person and it will go through and hurt other people. But pellets, depending on distance, I want to. I bet to me about a man for the 10. But I'm seeing the papa cope.
I just a be
Pellets, no, a hit, no. So it tells you that there is something going on. And that is what I'm saying. And mine is that almost from a pump action gun offer. Can you a BB cartridge? Is it only fire from a pump action gun? You see, me and America said you almost try and Oman said and they didn't proper evaluation of whatever they were. It's so self-incriminating.
So what do we know of?
It means that Uber. Let me finish that. This is very important. It means to say they saw the pump action gun that fired the BB cartridge that finally hit one of their a pellet one hit their panel. So you saw the person. Did you shoot at the person to kill the person? So you see that on one statement, we are subjecting it to analysis. So incriminating because and I may be an offer over to me me fa BB cartridge. Na me fa de pa the sisu na me fa prego na me the CH3 na me amaswa it will go off. Oh you can say locally manufactured pistol in kutu ibi and mebono or mutumi bi o call you can say cocompare or baby amount o the BB cartridge shemwa e be fire na say pump action in fire and you omo ye dem no hu say e posa we na ye fire ye no it came out of it was emitted or it was discharged from a pump action gun. Is it to make us believe that they came under fire and you know say pump action a bit to make discharge about 8 bullets 12 now retrofitted them to do a lot of things but the thing is how did they themselves know because one listed a number of mostly locally manufactured guns including the kind of thing pump action but you left the locally manufactured guns and zeroed in on the pump action and I must say pump action and a two set to now pellet a kit webio and a ball if it is true it is unfortunate but the American say you want to and classroom it doesn't make sense
I don't know yeah nkakra say see the next stage said that the military statement self-incriminating they are telling us in the second paragraph say the military patrol deployed on Operation Halt 2 duties at the mentioned location were fired upon. And in the Operation Halt 2, do we know what their standard operating orders are? Now, could they be deployed on a private property owned by a private company?
Well, it is possible. As for that, I wouldn't want to. I know a lot, but I wouldn't want to go into that. But mine is that it is possible that they are deployed to, various concessions. And we even know that even Galamsey, Oshe Asare Donko, this Joy, he pay, or he's done.
Erastus Asare Donko.
Yes, Erastus. He has, that is public knowledge. Where he went to and military officers, geared up and came and confiscated their account. So we also have military officers. Commanders need to be used to protect Galamsey site. And so as to whether they were deployed to AGA mining concession to protect the mining concessions, but my boss would be asked, do we need military officers to be providing security for? Because AGA concession and your war zone. Soldier forms you deploy soldier forward blunt ammo. Because I say rubber ammo. We that be you deploy soldier in a man handcuffs. You deploy soldier in a man pepper spray. And I said tear gas. No. You deploy soldier in a man riot gear. No. You deploy a military officer. You give the military officer a weapon. And so this was carefully calculated to kill these people. It was, you see, there is no way anybody can convince me, say, oh, share, like from the year, me start to see, me analyze the idea, and to a point, I'm even hearing, I will send you videos, and I'm sure it will help me piece the rest, because there are some areas that there are some gaps. But what I've heard, that when the people accosted them, this, you kind of saying, minusy, to borrow your word, minusy, you need some minusy. They knelt down in a surrender mood, and we are told that the military opened fire at them or on them, and extrajudicial.
Now,
I believe it.
Why?
I believe that aspect because we share the point of impact. Now, it's original with him. Now, they know kasa. Nani pano no gem go so boom. Because if a distance offer, some of these people would have survived the bullet wounds. Even if it was 50 meters, if anything around 50, they would have survived. But which was that you are so close, and no. It does say, Moja war no say bullets in a bone, some poor, a bone, son. A better son.
And you will lose more blood.
You will lose more. So within a very short time, you just go into cardiac.
God, that is a phenomenon. You lose more, then you go into shock.
Yes, you go into shock. You will be gone. So once a person, that is how lethal weapons can be. So if you don't know, so Jemuna say boa, a boy born because we're close ninety. It does a bit a bit proud until now 9. And now, baby or the boy, you know. Your chances of survival when someone fires at point blank range or their ball, baby or the baby, the one if a ball your upper torso no, were full that protect a honor organs in or heart, any or kidneys, now the idea. Once there's a rupture, once it goes through. That's a tip. That's it.
And I say, even on the left side of Wakuma Nasuano, who's spleen, no moja no free mobile baby, about boom, and less than 5 minutes you
will be gone. Less than 5 minutes you'll be gone. And so, depending on where the person fires at you, whether from a distance or point blank, a bone the one here will be
now why
2 minutes
when a describable soldier for any opponents, no. When they describe opponents as illegal miners, where did that word come from? Illegal miners. How do we describe illegal miners?
Exactly. In America, or one Kasa statement, no. I have it, but I think it's in my car. Or one Kasa statement was so self-incriminating. They didn't even say suspected illegal miners. Offer a lawyer.
How do you know say we call a minor? Why not? I mean, say almost 60 persons. Now it's simple, but to have gone further to describe them as minors, and then to describe them further as illegal. They
are they own. They are sort of 1 year, yeah. Internationally, it is sacrilegious, and they said they were just courting public sympathy. That's all they were trying to do. Courting public sympathy. Because to say okay, how did you conclude that we are illegal miners? So then the narrative by some of us, until you drew my attention to it, is that they are illegal miners. But here in answer say, until say you have forensically and answer, you have the evidence to show, because some of these people could be Obia or Nam locally or Nam area muho. Na tuona kano. Ana unim Ghana ha. Sebi accident be to missy, ana motor rider be na wa shiase. When you accident, now man for a all people want to see your person didn't anything.
And they were able to ascribe aim and intention of the 60 persons. Say the aim of the illegal miners was to enter the deep decline of the mines. How were you able to tell?
And I make us say, one can say your investigations say we. Sana didn't call you offer. And I may and when you go on social media, Sabi, it's very uncanny. Some people and you just say, and I'm saying that to him. These things may matter, as you say, it doesn't matter. Whoever you are, and yet it does not matter. And yet, and how did they come to a conclusion? How Mankasa, they are judges in their own courts. Omwa ekunkum omwa the disparaging, shambolic statements about Bontin said, the people, they deserve to die. Yes, you him say, and then poye kase, sabi. Say, court, cry into me, ye unkwa and free unsem you, by our laws of Ghana. The laws of Ghana no, has outlawed the kind of death sentence. Has outlawed it. And when we had it in our statutes, it would the judge or prescribe the sentence no, because a sentence to death by hanging or through firing squad or whatever, through firing and they say bibisa. They will not just say sentence to death, be a jama, police if one and I say or execute no, near Kusiwa Boa Eku. No.
Such a heinous incident na how yitibima politics etimime ye downplay ade no as if just you're sensitive to the SCA. This is a gentleman. He's been a director of communications to a vice president of the Republic of Ghana. And that person in his Facebook timeline was saying, I am in my house, minding my own business. Armed robbers attack me. My security man deals with them. Now Odikro says, I should go and buy the attackers cocoa and give them lorry fare for protecting myself against the robbers. And here's a gentleman at Kofiana International Peacekeeping Center recently was graduating with a master's level degree from them. And why a year director of communications to a vice president of the Republic. This is how he simplifies this, trying to belittle the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. A direction to AG is said they should pay for the medical bills of those injured and then also pay for the burial preparations and burial of those liquidated. BBC, no, how can we be so insensitive?
Now, I think there's nobody, I don't know who the person is.
I mean, Franka Jechun.
I see. And so, because ADACF from ENRA have been going on Facebook near other handles, very disturbing comment. And I'm thinking that Sabi, Touchwood, and to know Abranti are okay. Nidibia before until recently. And he's even gone to Kofi Annan peacekeeping. I don't know how he was trained. And if he's properly trained, and I don't know what his research was based on, if he's properly trained. And so, who say, even Yasraf, one eye, Omuko Sudan, Lebanon, and say, one of the Gambats, one of our people, a bomb would be a fell short of landing in their camp. But a be pride. I don't know, Oman Tiens to Krum, and Kwanku Kunkum, Lebanese if one. Oman Tiens to Krum, Ghanaian army, they are well behaved when they are out there, professionally behaved when they are out there. But you see, some of the and persons like Frank Ajay Chumya would make them believe, say, when you take a human life, the person deserves to die. And I always say that, you see, is or no, and I say, is taken through that. What is he going to say? And it's unfortunate that we think that people who are out there to eke out a living and they are shot, even if these people indeed were armed robbers, if they were, I cannot say someone is a robber or not. The court will decide. But young friend is a court to them decide. Say ampa nipa no kutetu or ena otubo soje ni anaso odibo soje. They never famra kwan so. Said the tata said the faso. And so these are the things that make some of us very sad. That tiadia yesia ye nyina sabi. Esia de ya akwa ye wie ye kan say uko saito a akwa Korea University akwa peacekeeping Kofi Annan peacekeeping training center to do a master's in security and maybe something else. Now we see you couldn't put it to proper scrutiny. You just make you kind of say mockery of it.
And beyond that, video bisusu abba of a yenya presenter baako a kojo smart also making comments bordering on incitement to commit crime. When was that video? No,
me who portions of it. I say no, me who but the me who any just a minute or so, less than a minute. I downloaded it and I would have been happy saying come in the full video, but what I saw.
Yeah, sign I repeat here, but essentially, I'm castigating AGA and warning AGA. Say, omunya careful. Yes, I be chasing woman out of Ghana. Notwithstanding, no, I asking the youth. Say, omunko boom ho, konko pe die woman ebedie. Into people are directly saying, say, comments no and be it unfortunate. And no any nipa be I rely on more or less accusing him of incitement to commit crime. What do you make of it?
Well, you see, I think what the video now I'm sharing, I would say quite regrettable. Maybe he shouldn't have gone that way because then maybe any say AGA acquired the concession legally, and to be a better so because no, so them rakwan faso, but one family rakwan crime faso. Now say, call AGA concession so AGA being the big guy, and some try say, no be family rakwan so say they be Emma meji adea sebi, or minding in adea mo, someone swaguma. Now, treat your taxes, new royalties, media.
When it is a journal, a presenter was of the view, say, AGA use of cyanide and a create a situation in beer now or no comment to and say or more inappropriate use of cyanide. Now, because it's such a specialist subject, knowledge of it near saying, say your environmental protection agency, our Ghana has say, and then your Chamber of Mines, our Ghana, your Ministry of Science and Innovation, our Ghana has say, na an international miner, Anglo Gold Ashanti, na oyusu cyanide. Then your presenter is in a fit of fury, warning an international organization of that sort. See, be chasing out of Ghana because woman use cyanide and the use of it was inappropriate. And Mama and Crawford comedy so they should go into the pit and eke a living out of the pit. And any person who say you could pay now Ghana Armed Forces quite regrettably, unfortunately, and so are discharging firearms. You can watch them. Guidelines and also say Ghana Journalists Association, Media Commission, Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, our proprietors, our media owners. How should they rein us in for not crossing certain lines?
Okay, you see the media Captain Smart, at least I think it will be the same. I don't know whether that is the full one. I'm sure it would have been much longer. But he mentioned cyanide, or cyanide being, and or say yes, or bone, and to me separate two. First of all, and answer you directly, trying to separate them. first of all, or both finite sono. Maybe no, yenye specialist with regards to environmental issues. And so, Yenkebe here said the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, and no more Makanon, or boss so pet Nanka Bibi or Wambeya, Nanko Mafreno. Say, you are a big journalist in Ghana. The Okan ye Sebi, Uo, Ejinas Rubia, Ujinaso, Edia Candio, or the Kanyanana.
There is a picture, a photo, an image of a degraded land behind him. Abrano Wakasa supposedly to demonstrate say cyanide and namas as nicer.
Exactly. So Uncle we make sure say EPA for ETA because one kasa no da ache and as who see nine abanswa no mamba na who here EPA permit. Who here say and so call in Krana say Sabi, those days now when I person Juwania, Okoshahona, when you're doing a papa name from a pa ahome. It's a no-go area. And from Animunia, in so cry cement trapping so and fengare because it's contaminated. And you got carry a pet. Sabi, Nanka, and penny free, say, almost and San Frena, almost friend umpa. Uncle Mark Yan Shishim. No more the reporter about the castle. No cre, dear Captain Smart Canyon, no cre, and answer and yano cre. Ya kwako yen hwehwemu the you can say the pollution around baby omo this is the level of pollution this is the scientific measuring of so and so o manye ehun bia e no mo ti die because omo for say sabi nipa okasa ye no wakasa wa you see okasa ye na image ne beto ho no obviously Ghanaians will be worried and maybe no because I dey move kunye kakra ye bedi so muma ye nibi na ufiri ho a then you go munko bonim no no so kebehia say sabi the ya strafo any omo license to miners to mine any omo keka ho no and ombe try say you dispel the notion and say that no, this whole concession belongs to you can say AGA. But there should have been immediately a dialogue to ensure that the Okayan they picked intel said the Okayan is someone millions listen to just like they listen to you. And therefore they are likely to go per what he said. What can we do to de-escalate? Okay, unfortunately, in a very gory manner. Then the video is out there. People saying, oh, yencheno. Maybe they say, well, you see, I wouldn't say yencheno and amami yencheno. But I rather would say, baby, I yet to know. I know a lot about movement of ammunition and whatever into other areas. But I've given the information to relevant authorities. Secondly, what do we call it? You hear other communicators also say, these people were encouraged by Omu NDC4 and they were encouraged by their party or some party leaders to do what they did. What I have said is that the moment the argument go that way, the moment you say that, because MPP ni NDC, and we are main contenders in the election, and Bakudi, the Nyanko, and so the moment it takes the political angle, okay, that's Abrante also no vice presidential communicator. The Okan say Obichinechi na oye on any nyadwin. The nipa ne beka ne say oh okay. So therefore na omututu to ni nyina and the MPP for. Enunti na omo ye omadwin say ene o party na asoma mo. Yes uniform equity to akese be kumu nyina. And so mesre say BBC say ya empanyimfo no ene communicators no kasa ahu say ene aka unia ade bechi na aka onso and so ade na si enye amafo ahwere omo nkwa. Are we able to say omo no mu nyina minus ana ejura the last 2020 election a young boy, a 16 or a 15-year-old boy, was shot and killed. Techiman was shot and killed when they were disputing the election results there. Are we saying is a young boy, no? Apart from so called so you know, or Kwakushebi no to me that I was there some on Twaba, Yantono Swaba. I see a Obutu to no, a cano. And you know, Bia Sabi or Shpashren and among the 9 people. And minor. Let alone refer to the person as an illegal minor. So
I did a soldier for the Kutasa a year almost 60 persons in a call on Sadiano, Sir Obi minor. I don't know because or Quaco access the deep pit, I could good.
Offer a question. I'm not say on one casta statement, you know, I am so incriminating. On one statement, you know, I am so incriminating. My name say no manner retrieve, I have to get my statement again. I stand to be corrected. I tell me, don't retrieve the 60, the 6.
And open on my mention.
Almost say retrieve. And to boy man for no no almost gas cylinders. Eddie Tumrika, Eddie Gane.
I'm the name of
cylinder. Yeah, and almost we both were not. Hey, and so the question is that more to no mukuta gas cylinder session. Now, Kabran, no Tumrika. Okay, a cutting, the kind of saying a grinder, almost a cutting machine, grinder, any bolt cutter, unim bolt cutter, a mudro, and to no, or when yayo, omukutem no Tumrika. You know, and it's so self-incriminating. Offer, Obia Wakakoto gas, the pain, even gas, dwarf one, short one. Offer, a mudro, pumping gas, boom. That's the one here, and that's one, that's one, here,
okay, we will end it here, but before you go, there's this person, retired Assistant Commissioner of Police, Dr. Agojo. What do you know? What in the thing?
Oh, minimum, yes, minimum. Or maybe Madam for yes.
Now, was it Dr. George Kufu Dampare? Why any day?
Oh, well, hold him. Obutu ni nyina me na fofo pa. There's one thing people don't know. Amoye Agodro menena ye Juma Obekatra, we've worked closely in the past. Madam Fupa. So once a while kasa as to what I know say
senior police personnel. Yeah, na police council and I say omu promotion the ma wo and I say omu promotion no is at the whims and caprices of an inspector general of police.
Offer you know from assistant commissioner of police even you can say and police college those days police college nankasa unse drew baby kra MPR no ye interior minister me bra
Henry Coty.
Okay, say people will go to college very, very soon. They are politicizing BPR. So from a certain level upwards now, IGP cannot do focal. IGP
so suggestion say Deputy Commissioner of Police Abdul Razak for 8 years you promote to no man my Deputy Commissioner and that it is for a year Dr. Kufu Damparinti and name promote no and for that matter yam pamo Dr. Kufu Dampare. I mean, can we come that low notwithstanding whatever Kufu Dampare may do for Ghana?
Unfortunately, I would have wished that my brother, because he's a very senior person. He's a very, very, very ama ebinum edina term ekeka ugu akotie comment no amanfo keka nsem and minyaya nanka sabi me bra panyin no ka baby okọ ya kodu ya nso okọ retirement no nanka wajai nanka won Sanyoma way because you retired as a senior police officer. And the Ekobanisana, a man for say, you are just jealous, you are victimizing him, you are this, you are that. Maybe can't be say, or Mutu in I am now. But I would have wished because comment you're making. Now you know why how Abdul Razak Osman was sent to Kofi Annan Peacekeeping Center. Because he was the ADC to former Vice President John Dramani Mahama. And when eventually the election told him, say, once the president became John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, or free vice, the president, the military is in charge of his security. And so you would have a military officer standing behind him. So the ADC had to now probably be sent elsewhere. And Nuntina went in a chief or by a president. But the moment NDC lost the election, Abdul Razak, ADC today, he used to be ACC, ADC, DCOP, Abdul Razak, then call Kofi Annan Peacekeeping Training Center for a very long time, from up here to time, 2017. So how can anybody, and my brother is a PhD holder, like myself. How can you kind of say anyone forensically tell me, say, the thing started from 2017. We are Baba bedroom, and from 2017 bedroom, 3 IGPs, including the one today. But yeah, there's no burning in a body panel or honor.
I will say a use of the words would make sure say a fade John Dramani Mahama by and quietly what promote to Abdul Razak. And I'm saying, hey, now police will bet me quietly. I promote to Obisa.
Oh, and that is why I say it's an unfortunate statement. I've seen that release. But Obia, my brother, my big brother, you don't have to be a security person to understand that it is not possible. Say an IGP, so moto, on unilaterally, or be promoted a man for. I know people, I know people, some of them are my friends. They are in the service today who are due for promotion. Their names were included for promotion and their names were removed in the formal administration. I know, and they know themselves. They know. Their names were included and their names were removed. They said, no, what do you mean promote asymmetry? What do you mean promote asymmetry? Unfortunately, you can't do anything about it. Unfortunately.
Now, on Dr. Kufu Dampareno, from the days at Tema, what they a headquarters, Ebe Relief and Dr. and Professor Ndakufi. Now, Obeka say, on so far, a similar fate of say, Yakanashe, which is the Muhammad Al Hassan, Eba Yansana, Obema Dampare Apija.
Bro, you so they wouldn't. At least you have worked with security people, wouldn't. And I was saying him say, you're the director of administration, director general operations. Say yeah, and then say Ochina. And I believe that wrong. And yeah, I got drawn to American way. But they are the few disgruntled people amongst them. It's Uber Dr. Bonham from of how there me and you have asked me issues about the police. If and so, but like I always say, the risk is that once you are in the public space, somebody will say something against you, which whether you like it or not, almost all of them unsubstantiated. So you take it like that. But you see, there are people who believe that only now Wamaobied and Tokani Minanu only no Wamaobied. Now IGP ma ni na omwedi we cheat force from Seno.
Management board, no.
No, and not even you see the police work from this Yakanisan station to Yakanisan from post to station to Yakanisan district, division, region, So the truth is that the IGP will punish you. The BBC Nasankoya. And then you hear police officers taking the laws into their own hands. In the past, it was so rampant. Obetini, the police knew how to boni power, Poajinisika, and way out. Because who named say Godfatherism in the police services? Because that's what the police need. Now, because you your baby. Now, a babon thing, IGP Nankasa Befa phone, a friendly panel, Akaten say, Minuaba, as you say, we are addressing the issue. But in the panel, I interdicting. Yes, you say, me obi friend last year, around June. Say, how much you know if you can buy, and a police will be around Usu. How much you know? And the we at the camp. Not the we need to the camp, no. I can't say we with the Yanadia. I don't see we in India. I know more no kukwasa de ne call ahomachino om de call woman bia oye mumu and almost here trans know what happened but when we transfer from there and the kokodi account posted something like that. So someone heard about it and the person felt this thing is so wrong. So when I heard it, I called the police, the commissioners maybe. It went for my friend, compare me catch any pan and say, no, I even called the divisional commander was the regional commander. I think it was the divisional commander. I think divisional was the regional. And I catch and say, say, and conversations are Nippon only police for Putahoni, Bombo transfer, Nam Dini Nama, and Nippon deal with it. The police officers were punished. They were seriously punished. And it's why your police in it. That's the only say, Adiobey, near Betchu, near Chumasun. And it is the reason why you have few disgruntled ones who say that the person must go. And mine is that look at the election that they recently proceeded, Omuteki and through. No person died out of a police bullet. No single person died because a man for shit. Now, they see in Famushi police station or a drag. Almost a draby. What you see a movie. Because the police administration today says that human lives must be preserved. That is best international practice. Nipan kwa ehuhia echen bibia. Station no, you better chimo amudi sa anya brasem no, ni atwemaso. Station ni dey betumi asi, but nipa no hwere ne nkwa. The person can come back to life again.
Okay.
The most unfortunate thing is say, ebe wiye no na obi onam nchen na ose amfa me ho, but no bullet akwa akọ no na wo. And so for me apenyi agodjoro ni IGP, I would have wished that ama for akwa very personal and you see when it happens that way, people and when you listen to the commentary, I would have wished that people, at the end of the day, is the president's prerogative or Mampenyi, I don't know the prerogative to decide who remains and who goes. And so, menewo and the Bekase.
I wonder how as a nipabi lecturer. Now what one man on so now OTT radio so lecturer on your prosinion on your security personnel political science a good for dampare the obey ye be our cock the obey ye be over cock ye be pamono ye be in the dear grand napa as a good for dampare left right center obia attack and I want to enyana
offer Obaminka be on say obi a Western leadership kakra ebe catch say those change makers obi a change maker or the koko kind Western the directory koko kind obi a or try say or the change better society be what happened to the person, but eventually what the person was doing the society saw it. Banking we're kind of saying this Korean leaders, the Chinese leaders, and go and check what they did. Even the one in Rwanda, the Rwandan leader. I mean, they will tell you Rwanda is beautiful, but there are people. But you see, the man is bringing so change makers. Once you are in.
Almost
to
change
bring
a
about
change.
change.
I want to who so why and say one man police headquarters. You do flowers. You do a bill a fence. Police depot.
It's because now what about Obia Sebi o free Mikrom and also free of ADAKABRI Ukroma or no only police headquarters or no Subehu Dabi or no police new name the power be a divisional commander and a regional commander and as a district and as a station officer. And so that is how I would have. So people are looking at it and we speak about it a bit loosely and say that, oh, the only change we see is at the police headquarters.
But at least, is he engaged in one man show?
Oh, offer, is it possible to engage in a one man show? Is it possible? My name is offer. You know. Now you're kasa. I don't know whether you will still run the VIP buses. I don't know whether you still run them.
Mm-hmm.
The VIP buses. I think you still run them, Meboa. I say crown share them from me. And when was the last time I'm friend? Also from me. Also from me.
Me friend watch it.
Meboa. But now from me. I can't me say. Chrono air cost or baller bamboy. Chrono air cost or Meboa. Eastern region here. I BC my friend 2 years ago. I know what say. Say. Honey, robbery. See, I think 2 years or 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Friends, robbery. BSC Honor. Offer regional commander no crowd when today these things made the say. Do we talk about these things again, offer?
In Derby.
Thank you. It means those days are not plain and kowano. So I don't like to drive. I don't like to drive on my own. I will sit in big bus, bus in a namefa. Me form bus no. Na na would you know? More do in 50 ho baby no wafa. Na mo bus is use a dos, be ko hamele be kwaha. Na ya mamu ni na jina be 10. VIP buses ni other buses. Be 10. Na police for e we nim. E bi won chain, e bi we chire. Na ya shepherd mo to the next we near there come another unit no more than one. And I used to think that this is not study Sudan. Democratic Republic of Congo, and yet Lebanon, and yet Liberia those days. How do we live this way? But yes, VIP buses have armed escorts. But now, it takes you straight to war. It takes you straight to Hamile. That one, I can tell you that you don't hear robberies now, and then Omar Robbie a man for to a cookie. There's improvement. Maybe the answer offer. May say. Once I see the thing and it's good, it doesn't matter. Even if you cut off my ear, I'll talk about it. And Yansu America, when upon when he came, born about so when he got to a point he wasn't doing well. Okay, my whatever with him, Hoka said, heaven in Kwana, you can't say crime munsi, any yedi yakaso on train hono bimbra. So maybe the answer of ADAKABRI. Adiani ya, the upper, we are. Be an answer your unscientific poll. Nebisa Ghana for George Ekufu Dampare. Is he doing well or not? Yes or no? Next year, how many people you get? It is security is about feeling though. Say you feel it. It's feeling security. And yes, say it psychologically. Or feel it say, oh, I am safe. And yes, so you need to be able to police be do it.
I just obusa who said, no, dear number prosinuma. Who person just a game changer and but which can no money be no was na papa penin fu di proce Mr. Nzemo ye pensa kuble nunum do na Hammond no obudi proce na just nkwalanki to metro there we assistant commissioner assistant superintendent of police Alhaji Bawa Abdul Jalil setting the record straight a rebutter to IGP Dampare sustained sponsored misinformation against ASP Alhaji Bawa Abdul. The person apart from Sama. Yeah,
you see, and that is the problem we have. The problem we have is that regimented organized. Fortunately, the military is not. The military is sharply divided. But the military, what over to guard rooms this year. What guard rooms this year? Be a grant. What court martial this year. But with the police, they become more political than politicians. No, and people write things. They write things about their bosses, but you know, we have come from an era where a regimental society. Alex Mensanomne Jebinum. Now, reports in the free parliament indict your my call Jubilee House. Basically, yeah, Bompa is there. John Dramani Mama, His Excellency, would ensure that the report is acted upon. And to me, the say, so many will say, and then John Dramani Mama, His Excellency is the president. Now, the minister CB, I almost say they disagree with him. No, I got on social media, no, trot your pay. How can police officers in uniform, police officers, and yes, they're retired? That's why Agodro is retired. Police officers in uniform would write this.
Assistants of pretending to ask.
Bro, assistants of you come from senior officers. That is the last part of senior officer. And go and check how he even got to college. Go and check how he got to college. But maybe the say, I say it that
making serious allegations. Say Akufu Dampare and Onoma direction for extra judicial killing of certain robbers. Biniade. Them say, some of at the police council for Monte. Exactly.
I saw BS row. Bro, I saw BS row in the past. But I'm praying that things would be fixed. Because bro, who could see Britain? Now you were there. I stayed there too. Now when you are in the United Kingdom, even there now, freedom of speech, you know, could do, baby, at the space, you know. And you hear police officers. Police officers who are on the beat, on the supervisor PA, now the supervisor Kasana on no. That be no. They run the country in developed countries. Police run the country in developed countries. And now, yes, police should have been a cash cow because the cash cow, I guess, to meet the resource because a month for year wrong overtaking. A be time yet, no, the secret.
Inauguration, IG, then, what don't know, Quakujina, what you're Prussian Cassia. Na ukure ya wo ba so wagina kwam ama traffic aba wagina kwam ama traffic ba ye no na wa ko kokogina na afi da wankasa wo direct ni nyina ya hwehwe animu ya hwehwe animu na say na we IGP so
ba ko a me bompa say the constitutional review no on be ye say the appointment of IGP, controller of immigration, director of prisons, fire service no de keka ho ye bema oba until to say CJ ya appointed CJ senye adverse findings be against the CJ, adverse findings against EC chair, adverse findings against Shraj boss, NCC boss any de keka ho and then yes or no one be resigning and then yes be a sabi obe free move be something like that. The person stays there till she or he will retire. And no, we are coming. We are coming. What the upper ne? Let that thing be done. When you want police in the immigrant, the or the other ones, but police if what they know. It is you ask yourself, why is it so rampant? It is because there are people who feel that they are powerful. Or I say, but you're so powerful because my godfather, maybe I a president. Nam papa, papa down for the president. And these people are in the system. So His Excellency John Dramani Mama would have to fix and reset some of these things because for me, as far as I'm concerned, this is what I can say, bro.
You, na why can't you? Dr. Kufu Dampare so say ya na wa ma subordinate ni bi so no wa pepe o mo as one poasem o ma hunu so one poasem na fi wani nkan wa adwuma no nti ya won so ongumu kakra ma wo mo why
but it's a mesa Canada.
Right, quite an interesting 60 minutes of and 63 minutes of interactions with you. Doc, you do as pa. Right. Right, yeah, that's it. Adam Bona and the Nadine Como, afa DC or Obuasi, and the baby we how and the principal getting Kitokura. It will be a present the mere fact to say there's been change of government. No, I was IGP no before Frossoba, notwithstanding crime statistics and say the city and I said this in here. I didn't take an IGP there. Oh, Kuku Honum. Ever can say, oh, now over here, dear Benia. Direct traffic. Hey, Joshua Sikanati, Benjamin Isari, Ben of the MPP, Joshua of the NDC. Quick comment on Norman Crawford within the police service, Omoyama as the police service, no Abba from Bisa. Joshua, what do you make of it?
ADAKABRI medase there. I'm a makwenye. A match here, it's for Willie Tain. Sebe, I want to wama the memory. Yenya kwanya betina ha oyem de asem to a obia wo na adwenkyere na nokware nso no de abrofo beka they have so many facets to the truth. You can hold a side of the truth, another person can also hold the side of the truth, but at one point in time now we need to come to what a consensus near jitum de nokware no onene dem kwani. Yesha, yen IGP obey oye ekufu dampare. Sa yen NDC for your best score na. The best score na 90 out of 100. Abadincha na make there 90 out of 100. He's a technocrat. And oye trained for a specific task. Now, because he's trained for a specific task, nintino. Although ye nejuma no din. Although make sure there we sama kufum, although make sure there obebo timemufuno won ban no so make sure there asumdwe abo manim ontimi nye bibia ma onya 100% no but ehwe time a woyi dampare besinda wabo no ho modern owom de nzaman kakramba bi wo ha otochima wo na amambunim but fairly no yewunde dampare wa yade ehwe ni rain na what the visible police in aba efa baby ehun the police for what na moto do wo patrol oma ewifo no wona akometu obi po pedo ye boni mpo ni police for wo ne nchen onye intino awon so awone dan parents so wo nsem no sebe ona meken no there are so many facets to the truth intino yentimi nka there and the dampare won sensem into the dampare on bono modern dampare why ade baby a men na ya adwene there easy catch and the on supply personnel no one call your recollation no provided personnel no ono na oya me there 1 year NDC fupi do but notwithstanding the fact that police for no work no with those recollation na dem samsam no obey no obi anu owu ya na obi anu a yanti there bibi bon BAC inti ma meka ne there dampare wa abone ho modern sabe abanadwuma won fansua ebi beba ebi beko oye de na dampare beko but to the majority of NDC and the masses in Ghana you the dampare has lived up to expectation into no order yabo na bado.
The dear Nabama junior officers quit me from summer. Yeah, BB, how or more?
Oh no, I am there. It's because of the political interference in the police service. And there, say, see, no, what's a promotion impo before being a promotion? No. Inside that information, I'm a pick or there, 20,000 and not 30,000 and send we promote to, which previously no not onto them. And now. So what for IGP so now what ma to me being so police mo politically the politicians no so we feel that we influence we do amena mema what for as ASP amena mema what for as district commander so you have to do my bidding onene nzema order yeshe now politics no is to stay out of what the technocratic dealings because yama technocrats no feel free no what ye ma wekosua won nyimdi wode to akwanmu a oma ne be fa ne tampe fra says ya appointment impo a John Mahama only ye impo yi sankrofo pi wo bompa de nka won fa politicians more chin technocrat but Esha Mahama ayane there obe en 30-70 wafa more of the technocrat because opede omanu otumpon opede Ghana ofane tampe fra ntino say Ghana police service military service fire service wo be for one tampe fra till the politicians what you want say free one dealings in ebetima chi obi in the Edindu police station wofra honorable to mama order my police for no jail. It is happening in the system. It will need a collective consensus or the Ghana fu nyina yetina se ne adwen ho ne ehu de se ye de yensa so nsemsem bi mu ye influence police fu na military fu a there will be lawlessness in the country. Ebiane de soldier fu yi wekoku nkrofo 8 wo Obuasi ye back ye elections 2020 nkrofo 8 we ebetiane de weku soldier ni bi wo Madina late Captain Mahama ne nsensem ye obey ni nyina ye political dealings intine ye besre ameme ka ho bi menyanku MPP ni so ono so ka ho bi sometimes we need to leave the technocrats to do their job sometimes so ojina brainwashing na ye brainwash ye party folks ye hunu there anya ne your power into no order decision na police and IGP o take no order favor yen whether it is bad or it is good. So when favor yen na order political hand no or step in now or set them penny or take them decision aside just to appease the party folks into no or yade bia only the Ghanaian na mi jidi there mi wonyi sumo so there Mahama ne tangent away take there is going to work with technocrats and is going to seek advice from all and sundry in the country. It is going to make the police service strengthen its part. Now, Obama, when your confidence with my you
because when the police are overrun, the state is overrun.
That one is true because Eshe Auditor General's report 2021 also that the most corrupt institution in the country is the police service. Not rather if Ramanonena pede wiadia or the efa police nyanko. Police no betima atro baby abekwa ebetime nya Ghana fu wonska area. Enwa. Intino the other year there we need to conscientize our people. The state institutions should have no political interference or political dealings. Because police for no what you want kauye. No one more better incentives. No what's the one you want ejuma. Minjin did the Ghana. Them corruption, even some politicians simple what Miss Wombo, what your money scano. I won't put a mobile woman because on him do yes cana. John Mahama on to him back out and make their own other than Paris show into one pardon. The laws are going to deal with them. And we have efficient police people they do their work diligently and honestly. If you go to the headquarters, they are there. If you go to our district police offices, they are there. But sometimes, want to mean yet when ejuma correct because they osro there. So all kind of now will be in everywhere. Imagine they will recruit police for. Now recruitment or party office. Police for now baby will recruit police for now. It means that the country has been reduced to the level of what? Zero. It's high time we build confidence in these institutions. We need the police service to work 100%. We need the military services. We need Ghanaians to support these people so that there will be efficiency in the system. Most ma one year there, 1 year down pare, one purge other police officers, 1 year day, we been one promote one or they would na no wash. Into the constitutional review a committee na wafano. We expect that our retired police officers, they should put partisan approach aside. No one you want to kumem, one boy will not join him. Yep, yepede Ghana no tumpono. Ghana ni yele jeno on your NDC on your MPP. Se Ghana tumpona or benefit ayen na. Nti ye best one. I will be a won nimde I will be a there police service of an frano. Them constitutional review committee. One for one suggestions enko. Ni the way forward of the Ghana police service. Because we will lose our fine brains. Dan Paris, why yade? But still Ankrofo insisted there on board no modern. Same one. Because of problems in Kitin be a one and no war. The man na commander be wo baby. Esha oye nejume ye. But because of political dealings into Nkrofo tan. Obi so odo promotion. When tia bribe onya. Ode dem nyama nyina yehwe. Ni esina no kwan. Na police no ofane tampe fra, military ofane tampe fra. Na Ghana so yenya ahonto na corruption obafom.
Sir, what's your process this year no? This is a story Oprah News Ekofa free gh.studio.oprah.com. A report from 3 News reveals a surprising development within the Ghana Police Service as Commissioner of Police retired Nathan Kofi-Boakye has reportedly voiced his opposition to George Akuffo Dampare continuing as Inspector General of Police. This information was shared by Paul Adumochre, the host of Good Evening Ghana, on his verified Facebook page. I mean, what the heck? I mean, the way when you say Kofi-Boakye there was one year retired, now a director of operation at the presidency was main plain man Dampare to us. I mean, is the police being set up for distraction?
Onye the police need total reformation.
Resetting.
And
upgrade.
Or you're resetting. Abadincha America them. Ayen nankasa. Ayen politicians. Ayen nankasa ni yede young police service nim. No what cause them mayhem yina. Because in the first place, even if you have grievances, there are ways you need to address it, not to come public and just single out an IGP.
I'm just saying, then Paul Admochen, Equity say, if you watch your year retired, say one on penny.
Osande, onim there, so order for them channel now. There are some people are open there. It is pro MPP. Because it is pro MPP, no, some power should be behind it and act. On channel message there, politicians should stay off technocratic dealings. So Obiba, no say we ade in road construction. Other politicians near down one I don't know what me do guakwanim. Na oma impuntu anamfaso oba omanim. Dem nimpe ya Poladumochiri ya aka report case ya man or your police nya. And or expert in police dealings. Oni nim zibia.
Ono na atro.
Yes.
And
Inti Abadintiana ewo grievances and channel through the right police channel. Because police for Nankasa no one channel sir. Say bibi tochima. What me I report to them say same thing. It has to do with the political system. We have infiltrated the police service and we have destroyed the police system. Because Mahama Nkrofo, Akufo-Addo Nkrofo, Kufuor Nkrofo, and if we factionalize the police system, then there is no police service in Ghana any longer.
Sir, a year me baba na akwada ekra say them say omo de no ko yoko. A year me ba Grace. Na kwala ne te dunkwaw. And we secondary school. And na ye advert. Say or ye penipa me akoprosi. And ono atena dunkwaw. And Grace, Adwa Grace, a year application, a buy ye winimu bia oprosi no mu. Na yetimi atro no dunkwaw. Say omra training. No man kan da. And akwada yi buy. Ebesino ko training. E wo depo. And o pass me a fan say we ye prosi ni. That make us say nay. We ye prosi ya transfer no ko yoko. And then Palado was saying, and only mu bia wo police mu a bet me a application aba police am ya friend afano
yo over that's pa menchia osonko na menchia atie form pempem a omutie Nit FM eyenwumre amenchia menua sika na atenso na mema no congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And the post aba
but winning election any first time
I was here.
Meshiano.
You know me mash me.
There be me bona ba ye train say nyame be yadom.
Post no
Yeah, train say nyame be yadom na.
Play abe kotoko play abe no pe no liba no.
Emba Michael
and I Joseph Henry. On liba.
Defender. O se Chastela pa na netete no. Na appointment beba nti ye ma otiri nkwa
appointment the menu abere
ofa asemo a o kan die em say enne die say ye kan no krepa omo a ye benya omo so omo police service mu a omo nim obia wo mu no e na omo nya police no by merit e bedin e be ye kakra bi because they say na you whom you know say party bia ba ban mu a
who knows you?
Yes. Party bia ba ban mu a ono no oba no before I know opposition no ono no wadwen bi say party na no wote so no eye ne nkrofo na wo fa wo mo de wo aba police service no nti ene ono nso nya kwanya ba ono nso be make sure say ono nso be fa ne nkrofo onyi wo mo na emu no ono nso ba obeba be fa ne nkrofo de omo aba be kam enti from onset no ye security service no especially the police akwa ye partisan no krepa no partisan unnim obi wo se meti ha me ye MPP ni na se minua ana obi a minim no aye na dwen se wo be ko police na se onim obi a wo this current government mu a ebe ye den so obenya but se me wa ban mu a me nso me make sure say minimum nkrofo nti wo be make sure so obenya eno na akwa ye problem kase pa abel say there abeye parties ama say no ye security service na ankasa no in fact of a baby e kono say yan change ye niema na ya mfa niema bi anto fam na ya preach unity na ya ma oman no abambofo na ehu say whether say we MPP ni whether say we NDC ni whether say we ni amanyokuo bia mu no wadwuma a wo ye no e your mind no first and edikai say ye nya san hyehyeye na amfa mo de a ene ni esisi ofa ebesi akoso saa dampare obi anim say MPP aban na nado danko akufu ado na appointing no ebre a wo be appointing nipa ne pe a ye wo ben so wa ben so na wo appointing no ne de amanfo we spectacle bi o mo sha o mo fi say we de wone party na ebu o man no e wo nkuta hodie enti na ya appointing ne say IGP ene bi nso mu kura ka say ebi wo kura na say IGP no kura no de bi a ya botra nipa be mienu miensa bi a wo mo na na kese say ese fata say wo mo no ye IGP na emumu no aban ne baaye no wakofo obi odi obi achi mienu ana miensa into automatically obi te ba bi otime ka say enye waban na aba ka say position ye wukurai na kenuru so ekoba sa pe ofa police service no emu ache because ye benya MPP ye benya NDC CPP ni omo akeka ndo ye ketekete enti ekoye MPP NDC na asay bibia enti babia ya bambo sem ana omo boy ho ban no babia ekono die afa ano odin esese empanimfo ede wo mo na si fam na omo hwe kwaya ye befa so because of a police ni bia ni wonu ma ye befa na oni wo pepa ne so obebo man no ho bai police ni bia ni wonu ma asebe ye be appointing na ye befa no as regional commander as district commander IGP wonni suahunu wanye suahunu aduru ba bi nti na yesusu se ye ne regional commander ebeboa ye ne district commander ebeboa omu nyina wo suahunu omu wo pepa no so se adwuma no ombetimi aye but the moment ombekwa akotena konwa no say kim eye party no wo aban mu no government no e no omo ye answerable to
na just say yes the security of 10 one ni ho no nti no da bia omo panda to the party in government.
Yes intina to me asem we mekan ya che esese IGP ankasa no enye aban a wo beba betena so no e na eso appoint IGP ɛsɛ sɛ yɛnya system a mo ankasa mo bɛ pass through the ranks akoduru baabi a ɛsɛ fata sɛ wo ɛna ɛsɛ ɔyɛ IGP anaasɛ yɛnya system bi nso a polisifoɔ na ankasa koraa bɛkɔ akɔsa lie ato aba ɛyi wɔn a wɔn pɛ so wɔn di wɔn anim sɛ ɛyɛ IGP anaa regional commander anaasɛ district commander na wɔn ankasa nye wɔn system because sɛ political interference na free yɛ police system no mu di a ɛne yɛ hu wɔfa yɛ bɛhu saa ɛnsesa da because ɛnɛ even a mere communicator ɛtumi hwɛ police ni anim ka kyerɛ ne sɛ wo me na wayɛ mi sei tena hɔ na abɛhu na police ni a wanya suahunu agye nteteyɛ na wɔ pakyɛw na wɔ panic because onim sɛ duli sɛ nipa ne kɔ na wɔkɔ ka nkyerɛ mpanimfo a baabi a ɔwɔ no idase yɛbɛte na ayi so anaasɛ yɛbɛma no so akɔ akɔto baabi a meanwhile no sɛ wo police ni na ɛhyɛ wadwi mu sɛ baabi a yɛde wo kɔ no ɛka Ghana ho ɛsɛ sɛ police ni nso na ɛbɔ Ghanafoɔ no ho ban wɔ hɔ de a ka wo kora wo ni problem sɛ wobɛyɛ the right thing na obi aka kyerɛ wo sɛ the right thing na wayɛ ni nti no a wo de atia me ni nti no me make sure sɛ wo yɛbɛ transfer na police ni onim na adwuma na wɔ pakyɛw no wabu nkotodwe ampa sɛ wɔamu nkotodwe ankɔ ne kyɛw a yɛbɛma no so akɔ akɔto baabi a police no nso susu sɛ baabi a de ne kɔ akɔto no ɛnya de ɛbɛbo a light ni hɔ nsuo kura ni hɔ ɔbrɛ ansa no wanya nsuo ɔbrɛ ansa no wanya light nti kyerɛ sɛ hɔ no deɛ nka Ghana ho ɛyɛ adwene na wɔyɛ tirim no yɛ mentality no a yɛde kɔ biribiara mu no ama sesei no the service to the nation no ɛni wɔ biem ɛsɛ akɔyɛ service to the party anaasɛ service to yourself wabusuafoɔ ɛne wo namfofoɔ sɛ yɛnyi sɛ suban na mfi hɔ deɛ a ɛne police no order from above da bi yɛbɛba order from above na ɛba nso a ɔmo a yɛbɛka kyerɛ ɔmo so ɔmo nkɔyɛ no because of one or two reasons nti no wɔnim sɛneɛ yɛse order no aba na ɔnkɔnkɔyɛ no ɛnyɛ o but once ɛyɛ order from above no nti no ɔbɛkɔ akɔyɛ whether good or bad because ɛnsɛ bi di order from above n'akyi a sɛ wankɔ ya asotwe a yɛde bɛma no ɔkɔ police mu no onhu bi da it is say ye police system no ofa yɛyɛ ankasa nso yɛnsɛm kyerɛfoɔ yi ebinom nso play chefa ɛma yɛ security service na ankasa nso no atɔfam ebia ne yɛba yɛ a wokan a whole journalist etimi tena radio station castigate Angrogo da Asante esa ma warning ma soldier for warning say ebire bi beba ye beba be pamumu aka mo nsa gumu achi na mo ankasa no munyi obia ema omutimi tena say police ni soldier for no aye weak na party for etimi chechira soldier for ni police for egu wo mo nsachi eken wo mo ama say no kire say ensebu eni kwa say ye nuanom a omo ye journalist for ni bi ede beba beto abonten no omo de ato abonten na hye you to nim cry say hey nipa miensam yenu timi eko attack sojani a okura tuo agi ni tuo ni free ni nsam ema sojani ni bu nkotodwe pachew na nenam social media enti se obi a no ono wo hu ewo respect ede ma
prosi ni bu nkotodwe pachew no onye sojani
yes soja police
incident no
yes
no police
ebu nkotodwe pachew ofa nanse ya sojani ewo bunu ho no mo baabi ono nso omo gi ni tuo ede ne to fam ma omo tete na tale nyina a chance say no se obi foforo kokko hunu pe obeka say eh the respect ene ebuo ni ehu a ewo ni mu a wode ma police ene soja no obon se na no nso ateko nti ono nso etimi de mrasha ne nsem etimi ni police ni eyiyi ofa ohwe incidents e course wo Angrogo da Asante sesia videos a aba no say ye no korade a na chese the civilians na ye frɛ wo mo say omo ye minus no na omo ni sojafoɔ no eyiyi 101 say ye no korade a ne mahu no say ye no korade a how come say wo waba police sojani a oye in charge a obo ajapade ne nkwa ho bai ene wo kasa say mo nkom wachi ugina ho face to face ka kyerɛ ne say wo nko wachi still am be kwa amena no afa he ne yekɔ ehe pa na sise yekɔ waban ya ba power nyame adom wa yɛ adwuma bompa yɛ sɛ ye be ma wo ekwan a wo be fa so ye kwan papa wonso de be ye bibi papa bi aboa wo ho de aboa wo busua na emomu no enkonko hwɛ sisi a nipa nan sɛ nwɔtwe nipa nkron wo sɛ nwɔtwe just 30 minutes now omo call e honom no omo ahwere omo nkwa ofa make say nipa na wahwere ne nkwa no ne maame te ase ne papa te ase say wo yire wo ba say na wagya honom na wokọ no e den na beto wabusua no we yaba say gigi oh ye be pay justice ama wo omo ne ade ye te ha na 2020 elections nipa nwotwe efiri mu ye kan ofa besen e be pem ne omo wu ye no nzi ya pay justice bi ama omo ne omo obusuafo ebi ni ho
o ma setrem kwate sen
eno ni problem no obi akura enim se wokoye dede ni wie na wokoye wo maturism ni wie na se asem to wa obi enim omukọ obi amehwehwe enti adenti ni yemfa saade ni nyesuade se da bia se ye beka youth na gu ade anim se ye nkonkoye ye koye ni enya asem a na afi wo mo atwe wo mo ho na ye kwa kokko wo mo asem minim wo mo a ye chi binom ensawom 2016 elections sebe na wo mo ye MPP for enne ye de wo mo konsawom nipa tu a na minim wo mo pa wo mo koye tutu asem no aban na nkasa ma ye che wo mo enne wo mo dansawo ye ma wo mo 6 years why na show mo obi eni won mo hwe abusua
otu okra okoba na konho net sen
na woni ho nti ofa ye besre ye youth no the way animasi kono ye
so far Ghana Armed Forces one statement no wakan
ofa makan
AGA statement no wakan kwajo smart nsem okan no eguasum na eye nipa no so ekọ ho no no omo so no wate wo mo nsem no bi ubu anesen
of conflicting statement nkoa obi asem bi a woka bi aye different nti hu nipa kora a wonyini ni Anglo Gold Ashanti for statement omo de aba no omo se omo a omo ba ho minus no na they were armed a cheso omo kura tuo ni ase kai ne niema kese a omo de baaye wo hwe other statement nso aba omo so omo ko se omo kwa akopo omo anu aduane because no omo ye armless hwe nkura omo kokopa a cheso omo kura chisel ene hammer eno no omo kwa a omo de bobo enote ene ne aboa no omo de pe bibi omo nso asem omo ka no obi nso a omo nso de drone na aba a drone ni video na aba no se no nso ye nokra wo te se sojafoɔ no ene police for minus no eyiyi minus no ene ma warning shot first ma ne kokwa hiti sojani ansa na sojafoɔ no nso esane atuo ni ade agu omo so obi nso kura se omo nyina bu nkotodwe paache ode omo nsa ko wiem eka kire sojafoɔ no se omo de omo nsa kosoro na yeso omo yom bi omo nye omo sojafoɔ na ante ase ena omo sane atuo no gu omo so ofa enuti na make say esia obi asem bi obeka di atwitwa no ho bia na obeba abeka because you and I were not there ebekwa akwa sojafoɔ no omo ye adwuma wa Anglo Gold ene omo gina ho no omo so omo ye our witness ofa yesi ye kɔ baabi ni akwa ya de sojafoɔ wo ho wo se wo kɔ ho akɔhwɛ bi wo kɔ pɛdɛ wo de wo se ko nkɔ pit no mu wo bi o na nkrɔfo ne kɔ no na wo de wo so wo kɔ akɔhwɛ bi wo kɔhwɛ den eye plan omo plan ye na wo te ye sometimes ye asojafoɔ no ye eduru baabi a unhu de wi a obesi akasem no omunya botre kakra na omuntimi hu se eye wo man no nipa ewom ne ajapade no omo bɔ ho bai ewomu se omo so omo fire arms omo to atuo no defend omo ho na enti u defend ho akum nipa saa ne me hu ye me se omo akotro ni yesi ye ma warning shot no eko wiem wo de konchenchen se ne be ya e be scare omo ba no na se de wutimi hwe nipa nim na watutu abonu kim unim se tuo no to bonu so a wowu na yetimi ahwe nipa akum nipa baako enkron na yete ha
a clear imminent and present danger clear
serious
imminent and a present danger eba wakwan mu a weyeden
ofa ewo mu se esese obo ho bai esese obo ho bai o but enunti na meme ka kosi se obo ho bai so omo obo japade ho bai nti through that no enipa nso afamu ahwere omo nkwa ofa nipa life ofiri mu a Enye replaceable. Untimi mfa bibi ama mesem.
Yes, bring back the body.
Yes.
And can you bring back the body?
You can do that. Na chese wo nipa no kwa. And no chese offer I think say political parties na ese ye very careful. Ye mpanimfo na ankasa no. Ese say ye very very careful. Na ye hwe kwaya ye befa so a youth na wo party num no ye betete. Offer ye wi ni aba wie ye. Youth no mo awi ni awie. Offer wote hono mo a TMA na yufufuo ya kɔ hɔnom sɛ yɛn nso yaban aba yɛ ba ba yɛ adwuma enti mo amwa ha ni nyina mu mpie nkɔ fa yɛn yɛ obi ama na nkɔndɛme wote ha ya tamali yɛse yɛato aba wie tamali ɔmo warehouse ɛwɔ hɔ no yɛn nuanum bi akɔ bɔ wuram sɛ yɛn nso yaban aba enti enuane ne ema egu hɔnom no ɔmo nso aban aba enti ɔmo asesa at a point wo hwɛ video na wɔn ni soldiers ɛyɛ exchange to aboɔ ɛne ade ofa obi a ma me ka hwe ya itira wo sa obi a ma me ka hwe obi antimi nka bibia nkyerɛ ɔmo ama a whole anglo good asante ɛyɛ wo man no na de asase na ma wo mo so wo mo nya dwuma na emaburu timi sɔle sɛ ye corporate num na ye nso yakɔ akɔpɛ ya no aduane because of obi asɛm bi a waka kyerɛ wo mo painti no wo mo ansuro say omo betimi akopete num abra omo nim say ye nkopete num illegally asesa wo for legal way of going there anasa won so no wo betimi anya concession ni bi na won so akwa ya adwuma wo so afa ni nyina ya party mpanimfo ya o omo hihye ye chi saa mun konko ye wei e ba ye anse Joseph Yami akogina wa press conference kase ye no oye say obi anye din ni e be make sure say we will get the you will got the root of this matter. You be hwehwem. Be kwa akosi say achabro so a 1 month na obi arefi. Na mpanimfo ne teto ho. Na omo a victims na omo call ye no omo ne bre. Enti wo fa baby e kɔ no. Ni nyina hu say yakum obi owo 50 years o. Hu say yakum obi owo 60 years. E from 25 akopim 40 years. Sam krofo ye and ye use ye and penifo ya so na mo kama ye tie say life begins at 40 in the time na ye bebo bra papa bi no that time no na mo use ye ma ye koye sa ne ma no ne yatimi afamu ahwere ye nkwa ye besre youth no ye ntwe ye hu fi sa ne ma no ho legitimately musa se mo ayadwuma maban na ba power ne ye se mo fata mo as youth no mo make sure say aban no anase wo man no abema mo nsaka na mamumfa illegal ways illegal means enkonkoye niema bi a ochena obekwa akohwere won kan gya wabusua ho na party ne mamahwe wabusua mekai MPP tab ye call demonstration let my vote count justice yetu nani wotena wa justice tena wa ye papa kan Japan na ye so ode ne ko China akohwe nani ne dia ma no ofa efiri honom no ye nua ne tena asesa e de fa mu wuye obi ankwa ankɔhwɛ na busua ho obi ankwa ankɔhwɛ ne baby wadi party na chi akwa ye demonstration am ya tutuo di abɔ nani asai yentimi anya special way of taking care of him o
heroes fund bi ani ho
watena ho saa di ya wawu na sɛ wo ye youth nti wo mfa nsua nyansa ne utimi kɔ sɛ baabi a sojafoɔ gina utimi wo kɔ a sojafoɔ ne kuratuo ɛna honum ni nyina nso ye security zone of amino ka say security cameras nyina wo inside and outside enti ne yɛbɛkɔ bia no ɛyade a yɛbɛhu enti yɛnto yɛbo ase wɔ nneɛma bi ho yɛnto yɛbo ase
Joshua mremu bi e the wakodo Obuasi
I am there nimu ye wem kakra na obi bebisa de abade no ma dem dzama nyina be I am there oye yehwa oye koma o wesi Ghana na nkrofo nso nya adwuma nye nti yehwa Obuasi East wa before election 2024 nimpo na timamufo no na AGA fo no ankasa no na wo wontwi kakra wo osande ehwa Obuasi mine fo no won fatimamufo no ma won adwuma na abadincha na odo obandem because ebo adwuma bia wo kro bia do a ode awona wote kro no do no emo priority preferences Ebe phone edwuma nim. Woni edwuma nim skills simple or they train one for one. Oban dem a also corporate social responsibility no. Na we dim ye ni mo ayedu. But ehwe ADI fear. Wo ye Obuasi is for no to tene. It no there. Ti mamufo na anwanka so wopre no wo survive wa anwanka sa wonan sa ase do. Ebinom do koko. Ebinom do induaze wa nche wode ko egwado wokoton wonya wonsa na adwuma. Na ehwe sunlight na adi. Wa say wonsa ase nyina. Ti se sunlight ase wonsa ase a no kire there or the company no ofo won adwumam. Wan fo won na adwumam. Na adi why you want. Sabe Amemetie as NDC Obuasi East vote NDC yenye 2024 elections yenye bida internet mu the youth no what the one reign na share mahamanim it what the one reign share mahamanim na bade no expect there NDC aba power no or de yem won adwuma mo woye na won so wonya impuntu wo na abrabom ma osi in the 3 days o send 2 days NDC for ye kade ye ni ji ho a ne ye boa onu tana John Mahama wa send message there mining company no won hwe na wona wo pray an wona wo wi no wonye bibi mfa ho na asumdwe embra Obuasi because esha say even in profona awon wona asase do no wotu efom egudi no wo right bia there wo do claim there wo fo na adwumem one phone na adwumem says ya one party aba power wokwe wosda abade enti wokọ ye galamsey kakra ana wokọ sese mobile kakra no wadwo no wenya gold no wode ahwe won yere no no won ba no woduru ho no soldier fo na wo ho no say even as a professional soldier man answer na be use force no wo 3 principle bi a order apply answer never will be true economy. It should be situation dependent. We're there under intense pressure. On the first thing or the yebisa. Boys na wako hono. Police soldier funa wako to one. Wako na one day will look one na wako na one day won't one. On no order washe. Because if the situation is severe no, on no order then too. Secondly, a true no one, is it justifiable or not justifiable? Thirdly, is it underpinned by principle? Because actually, them is a matter na Gaf won a statement award the no. Under this 3 principle, media me. Or to see what this 3 principle. Because there, the military men were not under any pressure. Not sure the wabu want to import the obey bibia or the humbe shetimam. Already many kade tension war between Obuasi fonona mining company na dada. Intino yen so jam good jam. Eya wabe heads must roll. Or what they wo yi asrafo no mpanyifo no bi edi. I wanna wo order madam group of soldier men wo call them duty no or the way you edi. Soldier fo no so wo bu etu no. Or there was sanction one, no what question one. So ma waye no one token ma. They should put them behind bars because your military police for her. A soldier for why mistaker. What about you one as well? Because why am a police soldier military jumano? Why you unprofessional in Ghana? And I mean blame Obianso. Sabe me blame the slow pace of the NDC government because. Sabi yenim in some wako kodo wa Ghana in terms of our military regime. Coup na de soldier for we kunkum krofo. Oye February 2nd year 2023. Our boko sabongare. Woku boko fo be 7 was sabongare. Before Ansana Mahama it take over. Not the military no. Why one agenda shoot to kill and continue what by won eduma. Shoot to kill and so the one fine man. Because the man na often to mamufuna. I was wabefa etu no watu na war is Ghana. It's no part of the blame. Let me blame NDC. Yes, slow pace of what replacing leaders in the military services because police commander in chief or Ghana currently no or your MPP government no wafano into the year to me who say if there or your baby they sabotage NDC government and now all your baby ni akade Mahama Beno nkwofu dey ni woku one which is very bad and these lives can never be brought back into your best one Obuasi for yenim there wo ye wo kunkoden ma NDC yenim there wo to ambane ma NDC but ejuma beba ejuma no beba no or the NDC ye ne mining companies no na awona wo concession ye no want to know na say small scale mining as promised in our manifesto na Obuasi for what do wo be ya ya fa kwanpado ni ya assign one because according to Kofi Adams who is the president of the Small Scale Mining Association in Ghana. Also there, the 60 small scale miners who enter a mining yard nimuno, they were not armed. Such a into them conflicting statements na di other Mahama or the Nancy Foom. Now make sure there the military services in their dealings they will become professional to inure to the benefit of the people and the companies as well because multinational company can what your taxes more man taxes no so no there you do to o man mpon nti se no one ant no one so was one zama kwa Ghana you lose big market nti ya besre Obuasifo won ka wona akomanto won yem ma wesi no nimu ye rem John Mahama Sedabade yenhwe ni yemfa yentu ye police for ho me assure that Dampare will take the necessary measures to make sure peace prevail in Obuasi East.
Right. Joshua Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress, earlier on Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party, also comment. Yamra says in Piehon, a basso a baba beshe, say enche any atisa kotokohine, all lamenting about the poor development, Kumasia in Groom. Na Ashanti region na a project coordinators across area na yeteten kran indi wunhunu se wo mkra no omo hwe project coordination no ewo Kumasi anasa Asante ondo ko hwe senka yetwa sika ti yemfanye mpuntu obi a na nka coordinators no so tete Asante a nka mo ye closer to project work na omo hwe project site na omo hwe se adwuma no ye den ebekoso ye Inti sansemi ekoso ebai and say a president of the republic John Dramani Mahama nra ena okodi akosi de ho ena ono soso odi muaye bi be makotoko hene say Kumasi ahinkro no Kumasi no ye the second most populous city ye kan ekura nipa dooso a uyi nkran ye Kumasi na ho na afi Kumasi soso no ye the second largest city say uyi nkran ne kese say abantin nkran Kumasi ene san to aso eno so eso enti nyanwa obi nim da mindful beba beto ahye Ghana aban so eba ne sakwa na obi a Ghana aban no also okwa abu so a obekọ the second largest city the second most populous city na omotimi akotena se na omotimi abu man no ama se hia ma se yekwa akon ne yepam wo ne yebeto ahye so no a na oti Kumasi na otimi adi sa adwuma no isa no mani mienu kura de ka bom dia na was ekotoko hene se obehwe na mpuntu obi ya na Kumasi so dia no omobeye na de o se ba Asante no ombeye na nuna me ebusa se MPP o se ni stronghold ene Kumasi the stronghold ene Asante it is a John Dramani Mahama obua de say dia na o dilute MPP stronghold ana yamra medwenwene ho
Todia me baba no hwade no hwem so betumi a asew na obeka ya jontuma miensa duku potomanto this way chocolate drink na kan wo hwe afibia nso beri ni waware ne a this way chocolate drink na kan sia asew udan kawanu ntumu ho me be mo anu nso hye kwa de aka ho hwade a wapi ho o ga se batete edafom ho
this way chocolate drink
kra cha be pe baba ware
asew
ye fi ase this way chocolate drink ya sori anopa no ne yenom ye be chef fridge no no say snack. Ye nya hoho a no ye de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne yanom. And this way no ti ano a, he se kire wom, koko wom, milk wom, bibia wom. Ade wo hia ni so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA ahwehwe sɛ adwadie nkratoe mu agye atom sɛ ɛyɛ.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Neat 100.9 FM Suni. Na ene Monday, January 20, 2025. Time just about approaching 17 minutes to 4. In the studios, Joshua Sikanati of the National Democratic Congress NDC and Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party MPP. Asmedaho John Mahama, President of the Republic, Oji Atumo, Obabua no develop Kumasi, develop Asante wide. Nanoni Yebusa say, Ebema MPP for a dilute one a stronghold. Ewa Santiana. Ben, mientie way.
Yo, offer medase. Say, asemu de asempa. Say, your president. Akwaji Atumu say, the second largest city. Mamu hane Kumasi. Na impuntu mapapa na opese odeko eho. Ema Kumasi nso efanente mapa efra. Abanya aba dodo na abo mo homoden aye nyuma a esefata bia wo Ashanti region. Na adodanko akufu ado aban ebo no homoden ebi dodo na de ma Asante man. Ene yewura President John Dramani Mahama enso aba bekan siso se oba be ye ni obetimi bia se obema development mapa akọ Ashanti region na ofa se adwuma a oba bidie no ebekọ akọ ha New Patriotic Party because Ashanti region ye stronghold no there eno no there me hu ne se enya de a ebesi because o hwe a John Ajikum kufo baaye odinani ekokokire voter region enwuma kese from Accra to voter ekwai kese da honom a kufo former president ebeye ye ni nyina echi no ye de elections no kohhehye so no ansesam bibia ewo voter region NDC stronghold na adodanko akufo adon so baaye obo no ho modern yie pa ewo voter region of ameno ka say city ba akokura ye nya wo voter region akoye 100% e de ama NDC enti no se oman no mpuntu no ye becheche akọ afana nyina akọ ama mpuntu aba ho no eno no enye electoral fortune sinti ena mejidi se wo ye na emum no so oman no ho beto no na omonso enya asetena pa no eno na ya na esefata se yehwe na yeye ofa kwaya yefa so to aba wo mamu ha de ofa ye bebre obi kura wo hono mo a menu sika na tete ye wono nti kura na so onto aba mfa ma NDC ebi NDC abọ no ho moden se dey ba ade ba ko mienu bi sika na ta ye nti osemenya de ameto aba ne de ama John Dramani Mahama miwa hwe ni kuro mu otem so a ebi ana Mahama ba hono ma ba ye nwuma bi esese wo ye wo ho na emom no sika na tenti wo so onto aba emfa ma NDC ana John Dramani Mahama nti ekwaya ye fa so to aba ne de se mpuntuo pa na ye hwe so de to aba wo mamu hanom dia ka New Patriotic Party yamanyoku ka yade a yebetena banwa so a enya de a ka Ghana fo kra besa aka kire se yenkonko tena nche ne yemfa nipa foforo mra ekwa ya yefa so to yaba wo mamu ha no different Ghana fo na ankra bia na yenim kwa ya yefa so de to aba enti yewura president na semo a waka se odi mpuntuo mapa beko asante mamu ana se oni wahye asante marua ebo se mpuntuo kese na ode ba ho no yebesere se ode osie ubeye oyo na emumu no yebesere o mampani in as much as I was ode mpuntuo ba asante mamu no ne nkrofo bi a omo de omo fi so omo ne kasama John Dramani Mahama president ene omo ne bokosu atafre no omo nsem bi aya no omo kan defa asante mawura ho no yebesere se omo ne omo nkasa na ni nyina mu amampuntuo no entime nkoso because yenim form president yenim de we osi ye ne niema yenim se wakan a wakwa akɔhye asante mawura abo no ade a obedi so nti wofa mpuntuo no de yenim se ye be marke president na sem bi a wakan bia no a kwaside kese asante mamu ya kwaside a yedi na oba honom sa be hye ye body a na chese bona wa hye ye nemu odu na yade a ye ogidie ma papa ze yade a president asem na waka no ode osi ebe ye oyo nti expect say ne waka no obe ya ma sante manso
mpuntuo na mohwere
sa pepepe ofa ye hia mpuntuo atense ye hia mpuntuo wo Ghana fa na nyina nti se wokoka asem no wa Ashanti region die na chese asante manso se fata se yenya mpuntuo yenya development ahodo na awo
analogy no yeah no the second largest city the second most populous city and possibly when Ghana is at war ebetimi aba say ye wonsu ano de ye mo bi megina poso emeto weapons ngum kan ha aban betimi relocate into the middle belt and no it's a basis in here also ye kumase senkran. What do you make of sir analysis analogy no draw here?
Oh me to me there me sure say based on that and also what the development neighbor development no there aboni tirimu po ashe asante maru abose obeye na emomo no all retreating the point no no ma manfo ate ase say ye ka oman ne kese pa na se uyi capital ni free ho no mo a Ashanti ene wo ho nipa dodo a ewo Greater Accra no se wuyi free ho no ma Asante man anase Kumase ana Ashanti region ene ye wo se nipa dodo na ena in fact yampa se ye beje Greater Accra ye capital ne boswa ba bia ebetimi agi nipa dodo na ama omo akotena ho no ne bia ya hyehyɛ niema na se ne o kan ye na akon ne ye bekwa Ashanti ena ye yi no so a yebetimi akonteni sa nipa ni nyina enti eno de ma yemfa ne se asem na oka ye na nunti no opese wosiesi asanteman even sa asem no kura nsi kura na anase amakura na asanteman so deserve se esesi yesiesi kuro no anase oman no siesi asante enti yegitum se asem na waka no eye opepa ena ode aka sa asem no ne yenim se ade a John Dramani Mahama eye president obetimi de ose aye oyo na niema ye lake anase ne opese wode beka ho ne aban hodo aba kwa abeye wo ho a opese wode beka ho no ade a yegitum se omra meye na emomu no knowledge bi ode beba bia no ne ye hwehwa ne mpuntuo nti se no mpo no obegina so edi mpuntuo na bre ye kra de ene ye hwiri so mu se twitwe because asante man so e deserve se yetimi kwa yanim ewo mpuntuo mu nti yeda former president ase say wadi atum say ade a obetwa nani ade ahwe asante man na wasiesie oman no ama kuro no enso aye kra behwe na otumfo enso ne asante man so atimi adiyie sane oba Greater Accra ha na enema bebire wa ha no mu a ekoyie de ma oman no yenso ye deserve so ye benya sa na ema ne bi of
right Ora Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party MPP and watene ne no yentie Joshua Sikanate of the NDC na yenhwe se Ghana mampanyina sama woka wa asante no ebebe mu a
Benjamin akasa Wachre de oye Ghana ni na we jai MPP. Na for the first time no on the NDC. You're not drin ayakol. They all can there. John Mahamas or the Mpuntu Bekwa Ashanti region. And it's true. Because Benjamin's assertion is based on the past records of John Dramani Mahama. MPP Funyi nanim there. John Mahama. Oba Mpuntu in Ashanti region. Onene number 1. President Bienu wa Mpuntu ache no Ashanti region. Na in some okokan wa akwesida no ye beda nase asante fu nyina nso beda nase eya ebinom se de asante nkai eya dem be no won ti ase ntino me ko fra me nyanko asante binom se on tretre benim o se de first asante fu no wokoko no woche obi no de ne ba asante memu a se nimpa ne beka won ho a wo fande won dia ntino nimpa no one asante nimpo wo no ka omanima won ka na tirasem one ne asante nkai no setemase ntino onye de asante fo nkai na Ghana ye wei se Ghana betumpo a ogina asante fo wondo ehwe big businessmen na wo Ghana nyina wo asante fo hwe se epe aware papampo aware a eye nkrani o de aware asanteni eye not now de aware asanteni because I want one mosma wokita nimpa no waka nimpa
no yire ya asanteni
ze mapa o ye ma won
yire ya
asanteni make friends ya asanteni that maxi it's no
ba yire ya asanteni
John Mahama me ware asanteni there John Mahama etima kwa Ashanti region no wa kwose otufo bo there odimpuntu beba Ashanti region is a step in the right direction because Asha Accra ameme yankrani Accra hadi ya yowo impoi population of Accra is 1.963 million population of Kumasi oye 1.468 million. Into say if we have an alternative city,
check your figures. Kumasi na Walker.
Kumasi,
okay.
Kumasi compared to Accra. Accra is one
supposed to Greater Accra region and Ashanti
Accra
region.
capital nankasa. Ewa, iti esha si yetimi develop kurobi to the Kumerica. Or the impuntu, or the sika, or the nzema or the beko Ashanti region ho. Obema Asante Fonso 1-1. Investors beba, tourists beba. In Ashanti region, you have so many tourist sites is underdeveloped. Inche, ye discussion ho near Senimukena. People from US they can come straight and go to Ashanti region and relax there, and it will generate money for the people in Ashanti region. Ye buye nenwe gudem nyame nyina do. She baby to the Abidjan. Abidjan develop through baby no oye Cote d'Ivoire. Woyi capital ni fi Abidjan ko Yamoussoukro.
Yamoussoukro.
Yes. Into the man so na say yetimi develop ni ye develop Ghana here. One day Jomama betima kade 2028 mi koi. Say si Ghana capital ni ye fa ko Kumasi. Na Kumasi funds will deserve. She vote Asante for the man NDC. Ebi see that. There obia bisa de na Asante for na what to ambade ya Asante what's the no. Says ya we hano na hano onene John Dramani Mahama. It first ever in the history of the NDC. There you been close to 700,000 votes in Ashanti region. Ebe see that. Intino my yebe Canada John Mahama no why ye be that. Or ya ye be afo. Intino dem obeye KJT market. Dem obeye Sewua hospital. Dem okoye Afare. Dem okoye Rose na de Ashanti region Asante Fuji ni tumu no. Obesan so why ye biom.
Yes, some few callers now. I'm back to the studios. Wait me from 0302 257902 0302 257902 and I say 0302 243540 0302 243540. Good afternoon. Hey, what's happening, no?
Papa, atakaka force of what you
Ye asaka de ma femu papa nana bietie we.
Yo for the dika ma me mo minia MPP ni na baso. Na na tutu asi akwa asaka ka de sie ni. Na me tia me wura kwabra abankwa yebu a. Apai ofa wonu mi se unu ya tema no ya treasure no wo baduma papa na MPP fo se. Enu ti kwamra o me di ani ma se tamai. Na ye fa ye wura just kodi aso tana ti. Na ye nu ya ba onabu Fatia Mohammed wano susu amra. Ofa me ko ba samaso no. Ye ba se ye wura John Dramani Mahama. Ghana fo atu abama no. Ofa ade aya ya wo wiase. Se over papa mu. Ofa na nipa be edi moja ebe ku fam. Sabe afu ko na ho fi. Ati ye ba se ye wura John Dramani Mahama won tu de si fam. Obi biara wodi samwane a wodi sabu. Se sa nipa wa kwi. Ofa mu ya Ghana fo. Aya koku wo mi. Ye ba se wo ma no kura ndati. Na esa nkwafo no ye ti wo mu nyina. Na ofa me ko ba sam so me twato. Ye ba se Ghana fo aya keka ye wura dampare ho asem. O mu twaso. Na dampare wo ya Ghana ni ba ofa so ofi ko wata aka. Ye ba se no. Se so o hia so se Ghana fo be kura ni mafia. Asaka ka de sie. Na se be yura dampare. Ofa na ko nya to.
0302243540. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ADAKABRI.
Yala Trisha ni.
Yeah, Nana.
And Nana mientie we.
Last week, Nana, asimi shebe bo ampese me kan. My first amisanka, me pacho ADAKABRI. Yen kache Kwame Adolfo say lawyer. Say yes, no. Akufa go abansun. Ya antene kasa. Etimo me kase operation recover all you to know. Liga will be an embaki a chintin to be obi every month call. And if it's almost defended on my own. Now to be defended on Robert Channel. And no Savakao, NGFM say it's nonsense. Would you hear could you watch it? Domlebo, Marty Pebu, Rumacha, any Samakula say, what you are is nonsense. It means direct why you me patcho on me person retract as a way no patcho na true me patcho sa is this your Obuasi no me patcho offer catch my Jerry se me no e kum ti me mfa o ta defend police so ya for pa ta don hwe no chai and then last yes sir the be ban so no ye pesa
jai men threaten a high profile journalist publicly. I feel bikura ko yin bibi e beka say why 0302257902. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Mpache Fro saying.
Tom Emmanuel, this is Apam Johnson.
Yo, mi entie we ankamu na wa na Apam Junction na wo.
Ni na Apam Johnson ankamu.
Ha kankamu ekuro di ankamu so Apam Junction. Apam so wonsuo na no.
Oh,
mi entie we.
Opa ma pera meka inde. Aya street for all catch why the obuku to the opa chao. You police for aden na timefu yetime o da made no. Anya ma display no nya juma ka ta mutuma ka ne no. Aden na wo se de bia mo pata benti mo kwa mo ko ka yeden. Yin pesi se mo ko na hure aden no oye ne kwa clear there. The captain or the crow on work struggle ho. Anya yi. Into the phone say one phone say adu.
Yes, that was 0302257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Ofa.
Asafo mami ni.
Baby Cynthia.
Hey, Mama Cynthia, mama ntie we ye.
Ofa, met my ko boy sasa muni mi.
Kama honto.
Mate. Ofa, yes saying. Na sometimes you Ghana for ye idea wo. Ye we fi. O to asase na ma omono because omo to asase no fi mu na nam so mu tui aka o. Asase no mo conscience no mu tui aka. Maje mu di akwesi dan mu di mu bedi. Afa di mu to wo komede mo. Because mu di scan wi. Nti afa mu pesi mu rema na ya asase na maje ene ye ho tiri ene ye adwuma ye ene sing. So wo ye ka say ya na asase na di efuo no nyama no mo nko ho didi da ye say didi prepo ti see okay oho na mu me kum no mo kum no nyame do but you see and Ghana for boys I feel me I am one was say to me the mass summons cast no police no bia mubra hono and then me tell me because small or Mrs. Small Scales I could also the Mohammed said the honor your leader also omubra how some bubu be at so small scale manner a minor said they are more matter say amu yemu tomorrow but he said I could bubra Obuasi go before the muko cat wires move raho moon selling na mo patrol and a MP and a mumayunkum and a den and a comedy share to trust them the alcofa
Finally. Na into the good afternoon.
Alhaji Mahmudu ADAKABRI Frimpong Manso. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
ADAKABRI.
Allahu Akbar.
Ghana fonyina bo wabaso. Ya mambo na jimapa.
Ami.
ADAKABRI. Ya besre. Media constitution no yes ye be abibi wo hu amana nya hodin ya agima no kamefo so pa sesia no minim ye to abama obakufo na sesia ordinary person bia wotumi obia timi koye de ope ani ona disa so we ble no enti constitution no de se omo ba yiro omo hu na omo ye no ewo no kwan mu a kami gado de kami fosu ye pa she adia si Obuasi ada na nipa se upe agima ye kula ka sabi obanya abutre afamra kwan su na se kwan da ho a obekwa akoye wagima kama esia wo na ukọ prisa ukọ pedia obedi o wa akọhuru nkwa wadi awra wo kasia bra wa busiafo enti mbesre ye parties no nyina no se we ma ban na ba na ye rasi ye pama amanfo office mu ye gigi amanfo japade ADAKABRI emboaye ye nsisa ye suban o man no ye na ye nyina ye hwe ye sanu a ye nyina kunim de be ye dia woni nyame ye agima
nyame ka ho right nti yampa call be back to the studios final comments Sikanati
ADAKABRI ma ye be kan de afina John Mahama waba ti Ghana fo yenya abotel
na appointment me na wo pe
on the backstage mekachiro
mami ko support
backstage because letter no why bibi area
aka signature
waka signature na
we to the year man say ye be sign signature na yaka say wan fa wa awie bi am letter on sanka
David
be sesano
okay me godfather promise me say
letter na ready
again me sabe come appointment letter
osaka so na dia o dia besom Ghana fa nkonko nkotwa blocks ngu be sia ni to
David
ye be ye mami nkencho
ye be ye djuma ne aboa Ghana ye be ye djuma ne aboa Ghana fo onu tia ne ye
be DC wa bre no kwaji post ziman na o twa blocks ngu be sia ni to ye te
into no my be kan there NDC fo dem ye ADAKABRI kan ya ye ready there ye be so man no into Ghana fo won kan won akoma to wonyim John Mahama obe deliver na oba obema ye nyina ye be fa ye ntampa fra na ye masumdwe entina Ghana ko nim ye da wona ase
yo ben
fa
me ntie osusu e
me da ase em se na menua na ka no ye ma ye president no akwanya na onfamfo ne government me no ka say afekura na oyi ni ministers ne omo beboa na mana ye adwuma ye ma ne mere kakra na onfanya appointment ni wie na emum no ye de we will make sure say we will put him on his toes whenever biana or call wrong and I say ene maybe o kan ye no or twe ne ho afiri ho no se ne o hwe vetting committee nsemo e koso ne nsemo a yenuanum bi keka ya ansa na omunya tumi na omokọ ho nso nsemo a omokeka bra omunya tumi no tam no duru onum a ye be magana fo nyina aso ate na yesre emabunu no youth no yesre wo mo ase yentwe ye hu firi atuturu asem ene maban na wo power enti me kwakwa akoye saa ne ma no ofa saa ne ma ni nyina wo kokoya enya de de mfa so papa bia de bebreo omo a omo ye wa ban for na wo kan ho asem na wa ye adwuma ma omo na omo aba power no enya de a wo kona akunya problem a omo betimi aba begina wachi kopem time a wo benya wo fa hundie se wo kopre de ma party no se wa pre de ama party na wie hwese wo betimi akono akonya adwuma a betimi sustain you ama won so watimi benefit from adwuma a wo ye ya aban nitimi ba power no na emom no atrutura asem ya ban ya ba mo ntwe mo ho na ye nso ye mra medibi na wo pamo omo ye civil servant for kura nyina akura no mo kopamo omo so omo mfiri ho no na mo mra me ye adwuma ye besere ye ntwe ye hu mfiri sa anema no ho na ye mfa ebu a ese fata emfa ma ye security service no ye police military ene ne ye keka ho nyina ye mu omo ne ye hu se ye ne amo omo tumi ze omo mfa mo Ghana japade ene ye ho ban nti se ye kwakoye ho ageman se me no madi aduro me wa hoden makopeja nade nti me ni police ni ana soja ni bekwa akote agina ne akwa ntokwa ofa ni nyina anya de ye beboa ba bia ye aduro ne ye sere youth no yen na isuban padi emfa nche ye mpanimfo no no mu hu se omu gya kire ma ye ya ade a ye betimi aye ama oman no nso atumpon medase
aseda ena ye de ebeda Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party and then Joshua Sikanate of the NDC. Ebami ADAKABRI Mamudu Oshuma. Panyu Kojo Damiado Nedimsi Abontene. Majeri Osajman. Buchidom. Wahima Equifri Asotatuo. And in Muno. Abra Prima Bankro. And me bat na yaw Safo. Were hospitalized at the hospital. The Empire yin na body ma aye nana yaw peskuba obetimi aba na watimi atia so kama na ma wutwa kwama no ahweye na motofo no ho aya ahomete motofo ho aya ahomete na obi amfa moto ama mebo amebu na mukura Gusune Tienit 100.9 FM